Jamal, we see every potential outcome that Rashad Jamal could have been. We see he could have been a construction worker. We see he could have worked at Burger King. We see he could have been a murderer. We see he could be somebody that was the president of the United States. We see every potential outcome when we look at y'all. However, we know that y'all don't see that. So we have to deal with this reality how y'all deal with it. You need somebody to look to, which is why you on here. You need somebody to look to, which is why you referring to Rashad Jamal and asking me why I'm quote unquote bashing him. So I want to let me finish this point. I'm gonna let you go again.
Yeah.
Right? We don't need that. We need the truth to be expressed in its reality, because every time we express truth, it don't matter. I can walk outside right now. I have enough enemies to fill up this whole life, right? I can walk outside right now and catch a bullet to the brain. That's reality. Why would I fear that? Has nothing to do with why I'm here. I'm here to help express the balancing code. And the balancing code is Rashad Jamal knows that he attempted to replicate a code that was already programmed here divinely. That is an error. You can't do that. The only way that it can even happen, it will have to be the opposite of the same. So if I put a 1 in place, this is high computer science, okay, and quantum computer science. If I put a 1 in place, that 1 is already there to hold that position. The only way it could be a superpositional 1 would be a 0, which means it's not a 1. So it's a superposition of 1, which becomes 0 and 1. They're not one and the same. You know how people say one and the same? One and the same would be 1 and 1. There's 1 and 0. So there cannot be 2 Dr. Melakazi Yorks. That means that there is a true Dr. Melakazi York. You ever heard Eminem say, "Would a real Slim Shady please stand up?"
Yeah, I'm following you. I'm following you.
Okay. There can only be Dr. Melakazi York L doing what he's doing, and he's still alive, still here. Rashad Jamal would have had to be who he is to do what he's doing. But what y'all don't understand is he knows when he calls himself one of the 23 or 24 elders, he's copying Dr. Melakazi York. When he dresses up like that Pharaoh that y'all see him dress up like, he's copying Dr. Melakazi York. When he's talking about non-ether, he's copying. So let me get this clear. Copying code to express it in a way that balances out to bring attention to the original code, the primary code, is not a violation, because that is a formula. If I tell you A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and you write that on your paper, you didn't copy it. You understand that? However, if you start going around saying you came up with the formula and you downloaded it from the cosmos and you start calling yourself Pythagoras, now we have an issue, because people will be fooled to think that you're Pythagoras and you're repeating this formula, and then you run into one of us and we say, well, can you give us the laws of thermodynamics? Can you explain to us what maxim would be relative to Pythagoras? You call yourself Pythagoras. We just want to know, can you prove that this is your code? And if it isn't, we're not mad at you for thinking that this code would have helped you survive in the earth plane more, or put you up in it's all about survival. It's primitive. People don't want to let go of the illusion because they fear that if they let the illusion, what happens when he says, yo, he's right. I lied when I said I never read a Dr. Melakazi York book. I lied when I said I never listened to Dr. Melakazi York teachings. I lied when I called myself one of the 23 elders. I don't even know what that is. I don't know their names. I don't know what their position. I don't know what we could have been standing on when we created the cosmos. I can't tell you the first, second, or third thing about energetic expression or how it would have come from helium or any of these other things. I don't even know what neuromelanin is. If he says that, he fears that a lot of the people who are following him would leave away from him, and he's validating his existence through his followers. We don't need to validate our existence through anybody, because we know that our existence is already validated through other people's eyes. Meaning we're not looking for them to validate us as the being. However, we understand when we leave, those who were here to observe us in any way will tell our story. So how are you trying to have your story told of a man that is already here, still living his story? and we can hear Rashad Jamal say, free Dr. York, you'll never hear him again. What do you mean you'll never hear him again? He's still speaking. His code still exists. We just want to know, if you're a visitor here and you're one of the elders sitting on that craft, why do you not have your badge? When I ask you how many languages you speak, why don't you speak the sacred number of 19 languages? When I ask you how many people were you able to gather together and show them crafts in real time, have them come down and show themselves and reveal themselves, actual extraterrestrial beings stepping through portals to reveal themselves? How many times have you made that happen in real time if you're in any type of connection with beings on the outside of the planet? He's not the only one. We asked Rod Hayes. We asked Young Pharaoh. We asked all of these people. If you're saying you're this, that, and the third, we're not going to debate that. We just want you to prove it. So if you say 9 ether came to you from the ethers, we're not going to debate that. We just want you to explain to us about the principles of all the noble gases. We want you to break down the periodic table to us without using Google. Because in order for you to know about the noble gases and the periodic table, to be able to express the chemistry, you would have had to study it, or it would have had to been streaming through you. We don't debate that you're divine insight. We want you to prove that you are. We don't debate that you're one of the elders. We want you to prove that you are. We want you to teach something that we cannot find on the internet, that we cannot find in David Icke's book, we cannot find in any of these conspiracy theories YouTube videos, and nothing from the Rainbow Stargate to the non-ether, to the acronym for peace, to the elders or anything can we not find in the holy tablets or books by Dr. Melikazi York, like Man from Planet Risk, Dr. York versus the Computer, Fireballs Cast at the Planet Earth. So we're just saying, if you're one of those elders, you cannot, okay, let's say it like this. I know I spoke longer than I was just planning, but listen to me, right? Let's say you and I, we go in business together, right? Let's say I'm the CFO and you're the CEO. And you got a homeboy named Kevin, right? You know Kevin. Okay. Kevin is the secretary. You going to do what the CEO does. You understand that? I'm going to do what the CFO does. And your secretary is going to do what the secretary does. If at any point in time we have a period or a quarter where I, as the CFO, have been attempting to do what the secretary is doing, while the secretary is doing what the secretary is doing, not only am I stepping on his toes, the business is starting to be misrepresented. Things get thrown out of proportion. And guess whose job is not being able to be fulfilled? The position of the CFO. So I'm violated in multiple ways. We're not saying you can't be one of the elders. However, if you're trying to do what the 19th elder is doing, then whichever elder you're calling yourself, that seat is not operable at the time, meaning all 24, which will really be 25 because you got a 25th one in the center that they keep missing. All 24 seats are not operating, and that's a problem. So you can't be Dr. Melikazi York. You have to be Rashad Jamal. But you want to know the issue? Who is Rashad Jamal without what Dr. Melikazi York gave him to teach?
Me listen to everything you saying and summing it up, bro. If you take, and I'm going back to the top of what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna listen.
Now, anywhere you raised up at, if you could take a guy at the hood. And I'm talking about trying to hustle every day, ends ain't matching up, talk about what he ain't gonna do when he get up, and soon he get, just say $100,000 $1 million, and he just say he moved from his environment. You catch that guy somewhere else. He moved to the suburbs. He is not gonna be that same person. Now, so when you made the theory of Jamal being anything that he could have been, and then he moved to the suburbs, and then you see him, you're gonna call him a fraud. See, that's 9 times out of 10, everything that we're watching, definitely from a celebrity point of view, or whoever got the major platforms, that's what they're presenting. That's all they're presenting. They are presenting exactly what you just explained. Ain't nobody that's have the mouthpiece to educate our people is not performing that. And you can go back to any person that you wanted to, because soon they get that higher stage and they got the people that's backing them, they easing in. They give you what you want, but then they're gonna throw in exactly what that master telling them to do behind them. And that's from every leader that's false led our people. See what I'm speaking on right now, because I'm gonna tell you this right here. I know that I'm bigger than what it is. I ain't been through no portals that I can see. I ain't been through none of that, because we've been blind to that. We are blind to it every day that we walk out our door. But we need to understand, anytime that you, from the time you wake up to the time that you go to sleep, you already walking through the different dimensions. Things being misplaced, you're going through that on a daily. You walk through portals on a daily. You think that United States is in over everywhere, but just because America is the first place in the biggest place in the world, bro. This is whatever you want to call it. This is the motherland. And you're gonna say, well, how can you prove that? It's just proving facts. But in due time, it will be revealed to everybody. And I can hear everything that you're saying, fathers, like the for the formalists, scientists. See, the talk that you're presenting to the people is, I don't know what they can hear through, but I'm built different, bro. I can hear through it. I can see it, bro. I just been blessed. The universe blessed me to see through all that. I ain't your millionaire. I ain't none of that. I'm your average person that's done had everything from the hustling and all that. But guess what? I was misled to take that drive. Ain't nothing. I don't want to be called street. I don't want to be called whatever. You're black and all that. I know who I am, and the movement that's going to take place. We ain't got is zero understanding for anybody. I'm not finna stay in this same illusion. And everybody that's woke, they need to wake up. If you're pretending, because we're pretending to be asleep. Ain't nobody asleep. They pretending. They don't want to change up nothing. They don't want to see a new change. Everybody afraid of that. Do you think that you're supposed to go to sleep? I mean, wake up and go to work every day? Just like when the pandemic hit, you making all this money for these millions of dollars of companies, but nobody can't say, hey, you know what? Pandemic hit, we're going to still give you a check every week. Who want to do that? You go to the grocery store and all your food is all, ain't nothing real. Nothing you're eating real. Ain't none of the meat, ain't nothing that you're eating is real. If you check your ingredients on the back of your back of the labels, all of it got all type of chemicals in it. So everything that they're doing, you think that's right? Ain't none of that shit right, bro. And from Dr. York, I don't know him. All I can see here is from what you say about him. Have he presented these porters and all this stuff that Jamal that claiming? And I'm not just hitting on Jamal, because I'm not gonna say that I'm it's just the fact of us bashing each other,
Okay,
bro.
let me step in here if I can.
Like
Can I
it's deep.
step in here for a second?
Yeah, you're always welcome. I ain't gonna never take. I don't want to take the platform like that, bro. I just
No, we
want
good.
people to know that.
We talking.
Right.
It'll be like this if it was in person. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
sir.
okay, so check this out. You asked me in the beginning. That's what led us here. Why was I bashing him? While you just heard me speak, did I bash him once?
I
And
mean,
hold on, did I bash him at any time when you heard me speak? And if I did, what was it that I said that was a bash?
the bash was that you still, no matter how many words that you put on the table, no matter how big the words was, no matter how scientific the words was, you still bash the fact of it, bro. You still said that yes, he could have been all these things, and you said try to throw some good things in about presidents and all these things, but you still said the fact that if you take Jamal and put him in the suburbs, you will know that he's a fraud.
Oh, I understand what happened. So let me explain to you. You misread what I expressed. That could have
Well,
been my fault. Maybe I didn't put it in simpler terms. What I was explaining was when we see y'all, we see everything you could possibly be. I said I see everything Rashad Jamal could possibly be. The point of me saying that was I'm acknowledging that you think Rashad Jamal is Rashad Jamal. That's all you know to think. I don't think Rashad Jamal is Rashad Jamal. I think Rashad Jamal is a computer read of infinite possibilities. And he could have been anything. I did not say when you take him into the suburbs, you'll see he's a fraud. I'm saying if people would have observed someone raised up in the suburbs by Caucasoids who taught Rashad Jamal, as you know him, that all melanin dominant people outside of the suburbs were animals, and he became a sellout after that, y'all would have called him that. Meaning, if he would have stayed away from y'all because of what his Caucasoid parents or adopted parents would have told him, y'all would have called people, not saying you, would have called him or labeled him a sellout because of his background or environment. Not saying that when you take Rashad Jamal and put him into the suburbs, he's a fraud. Do you understand how just with this simple instance right now that we just experienced, where something that somebody is saying can be misunderstood? You see how many times I would have put messages out and people misunderstood it for, I just want attention, or people misunderstood it for, you're trying to tear a black man down. Or most of the time, I'm not even talking to y'all. I'm talking to the other motherfucker. Y'all jump in like, hey, yo, I'm talking to this green light right here. And here go y'all. Yo, let me ask you a question. Yo, why you, and I'm like, yo, excuse me. I'm talking to the one who knows what I'm saying. Well, first of all, he keeps sending y'all. I don't know why he's doing that. He can hold his own and talk to me. It could look, there's a million different ways that we can communicate. And in this day and time, people can have phones in jail, you know what I mean? Or they can get messages to people through stories. So if he can DM me, which he did, and I can screenshot that and show y'all, if he can DM me saying he just want peace, and then the very next day he's on his story bashing me, right? Then that means that he is able to have a talk with me, not at me. But somehow he wants to involve his followers who are part of his thing he got going. And he wants to send them and convince them, oh, he's a government agent. You have to ask questions in this day and time. Before you call somebody a government agent, you have to be able to express I'm gonna ask y'all right now, which agency, which government agency put me into your community, if you want to call it that? Which one? And then after you do that, because somebody gonna think they smart, they're just gonna name one of the three letters. CIA. Oh, okay. Where's your proof? And when they don't have proof, you want to know what the illusion causes them to do? They're gonna say they received a download. And I'm gonna tell them their hard drive is fried.
Right. All right. Let me ask you one
Go
thing
ahead.
real fast, bro.
Go ahead.
On a bigger point of view, like I'm not a follower of Jamal. I'm just being honest with you, bro. I told
Okay.
you I heard it. I don't even know if y'all don't even bring this man up. I done seen the clips running up and down Instagram of
I
different
got
clips
you.
of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm that type of person, bro. I'm that type of person that's like, I'm a regular person. I'm your average regular person, bro. But I have just been awoken. Like my last couple of years have woken me up from to see everything so clearly. Like, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna act like I don't. I'm not doing that. Like I'm just not living like that no more. Like we. So with me finna ask you what I'm finna ask you right now in the state of mind that I hear you speak on. Do you think that is a bigger message than what Jamal got to say, than what me and you on here right now is a bigger message that the people I'm talking about in the agenda, what's at hand right now? Do you think it's something bigger than that?
I know it's something bigger than that.
So do you think, with you knowing that, right, and I know that, do you think that we should be trying to give this information out to these people that's pretending to be asleep?
Uh, like, you mean the information as far as what's bigger than that?
I'm saying this right. I'm gonna try to break it down a little deeper than that because I know that right now what we're living in, as in what people like to say 2024, and we're going in 2025. It's finna be some shit that they ain't never stepped foot upon of, that ain't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the knowledge of that, it need to be addressed to the people more clearly. And I
Yep.
don't, and like I said, the Instagram, like when I started it, you know, like I said, moving my little merchandise or whatever, doing it like that, right? But it's a time and place that everything take its place. Sometimes you don't see it until the course or the universe rotates. Are
Mm-hmm.
we are at full fledged war right now.
Mm-hmm.
From a if it's spiritual, whatever they want to call it, from a spiritual point of view, but most of all, as like me, I ain't no human, so I don't like to really say humans, but I have to still speak on that level for the people to understand, to catch their attention.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't try to outspeak them because then it's a loss for loss game. That's me misleading them. So if I have to speak from that point of view, I will. But
Okay.
from a human point of view, like we're at war right now with the upper hands as the lead, as the reptilians, as whatever you want to call them, is putting in play because if you notice, everything's not being revealed for no reason. They only had a certain amount of time to do what they did. That time has broken, bro. All this false fabricating, even and you notice, like how you said they painted, they don't give a damn what they painted the Indian skins and colors to make that shit look like.
Mm-hmm.
We are the first was here from wherever you want to travel from. It always been that way,
Mm-hmm.
and we are dealing with ages. And I don't know what kind of like if you ever watched the Matrix Ages, we are dealing with real ages.
How do you
And I
deal
ain't
with
talking
agents?
about I ain't talking about your the FBI type ass shit. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
I'm
that, bro.
saying, how do you deal with? Okay, so look, here go the situation, right?
Right.
Rashad Jamal is giving people rhetoric. They don't have brains of their own. That's a problem. He says something, they just come and repeat it. If he says phase one is a government agent, they're going to come in and say, you're an agent. If he says phase one says Dr. York is his father, they're going to come and say, you said. They weren't raised to be able to explore. That's an issue. So in any way, if Rashad Jamal posts something tomorrow and says, "Yo, never mind, y'all go tell phase one, you know what I mean? We don't want no issues. We want to all get along. I meditated on." They're gonna come and say, "We don't want no issues. We don't want to all get along." And they don't understand. That means that, okay, you ever seen, like, think about it like this. Let's say you a 400-pound all muscle being, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
7 feet tall, and you got this like 2-year-old. It's like telling you come outside, they're gonna beat your ass,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right? And and you know that this is no type of threat at all. Okay, the 2-year-old is the people in the comments, the Rashad Jamalites, the people who follow him, all of that, right? The giant is me. Rashad Jamal might also be another giant. We don't know. We haven't really seen his frame yet because he's, positioning himself as somebody else. So we don't know his frame yet, or which one he's finally choosing, because you still have to choose a true code. Here's my point. It's not enough for people to just repeat. That defeats the purpose of ascension. Your genetics are different from mine. Who you are, what's your name? Like your first name.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm Chris.
Okay, Chris, I'm Omari. We just off of that, if somebody walk in the room and yell, Chris, I'm not turning around. That ain't for me. If somebody walk in and say, Omari, you not turning around, you're not coming to them. That's not for you. Now, if somebody walk in and say 01010101, and you see 100 motherfuckers turn and walk in this direction, start doing this shit right here, that's a fucking problem. And that is not ascension. That is the cloning read, meaning you just robots. So when we see occurrences like what's going on now, a lot of these people didn't even know who I was, especially even when he made the post, when he spelt it wrong. You can put as many sciences as you want to say, oh, he spelled phase one because you're just a phase. If you know me, and if you've been around, I told y'all I'm just a phase. That's one of the most powerful things you can admit. I am a phase. And so are all of us. Each and every one of you are going to lose the frame you have and shift into another energetic configuration. You can't stop that. It's going to happen. As a matter of fact, it happens every day. You die every day. Cells are dying inside of you. They're a part of you. Every day you die. Y'all are holding on to the illusion of Rashad Jamal. And when he dies, what? What then? Everybody is a phase. So my point is, a lot of the people didn't even know who I was until this situation, or until somebody made an edit about me explaining that I don't have to scream free Rashad Jamal. I don't have to join your freedom fight of Rashad Jamal, because people were trying to get me to join it. I said, why would I do that when he didn't join the freedom fight of Dr. Melakazi York? So the silly people, the simple bodies, they don't even know what song they're referring to. They just know about a clip. They didn't listen to the song, which is why I said, yo, here go the song right here. But they said, nah, he's promoting a song. No, I'm teaching people to be scientists. Don't look at one clip and think you understand what's going on. Go and investigate the whole of the song and see the point and the purpose. And you'll hear me say, I love Rashad Jamal. Not in those words. You will hear me say every name that I mentioned is still love, but it's like, why? And it's like, I love y'all. I say it in the song. I need you to survive. I'm not against you. However, I've reached certain points in my journey to be able to call you out and speak to you directly and say, family, each and every one of you who reach these points of stardom, you got a responsibility that just not the average person even has. So here's my point of saying all this to you. We don't need robots for this movement. And it's not even a movement. We just have to use words like that to help people grasp what I wrote a book called Rehab. And in that book, I said, you're not a part of a cult when you're walking with me. You're not a member of anything. You don't have to sign up for cosmic intelligence, none of that stuff. There's no membership to this. What are you talking about? That could be anything. There's memberships with Masonry. There's membership with Boy Scouts. There's membership with the Eastern Stars. There's membership with the Boule. There's membership with it. Membership is all over the place. You don't need membership for what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is snap out of it. Everything they're trying to push like they've reached, somebody has already reached it. Now, does it make sense? Here's my question to you. Does it make sense that anybody could walk around and say, I'm the 3-point champion? And then phase one comes out and says, if you are the 3-point champion, can you show me your record of how many 3-points you've hit officially? And can you compare it to this other person's 3-point rap sheet? And then they start, here's their response. I'm a government agent. I'm tearing black men down. I didn't get any girls in high school. I'm calling that 3-point shooter my dad. I don't meditate. Do you understand what the issue is?
Yeah,
Let's see it one more time. He
I hear
says
you.
he gets those 3 points. We're not debating that. All we saying is just show the rap sheet. And you have rap sheets out here, your teachings, your lives, other videos, your followers are replicas of you, which is why I tell people, I'm not saying you are because you made that clear. I'm telling people who follow him and regurgitate what he's saying, come up here and talk to me. I ain't yelling at nobody, nothing. Just come talk to me so I can see where you are mentally. I'm going to diagnose that. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to realize, family, you haven't been brainwashed. You've been brain dirtied. Because ain't nothing wrong with brainwashing somebody. Meaning, if your brain is filthy and somebody washes it, that's a good thing. So if you were telling me, oh, Rashad Jamal brainwashed people, I said, that's a good thing. Because if people's minds is dirty, it need to be clean.
Right. Hey, check it,
Go
right?
ahead. Go ahead.
With me once again, like with everything being said, I from your point of view, like bro, I know that you way intelligent to know that if you looking from the average, without your platform, without your rapping stage, whatever it is, if you're looking from a person from the outside in, right, and you from just your basic celebrities like Kendrick and Drake, it's all publicity. It's all publicity. So like with me knowing that you got the knowledge that you have, the movement, even with me saying bashing, that's all presented from my point of view as well, though too, because like you said, you don't need nothing regarding him. So my thing is like, why speak on it? Why
Okay. So
why
yeah, let me
address
let
why
me step in.
address why address like it don't need that ain't something. My thing is like the whole reason saying what I'm saying is it's not need to be addressed because you you're your avenue and totally going down a totally different road. If he's not Mr. York, Dr. York, like I don't know, and I don't like speaking on Dr. York because I don't know nothing about him. But I know this. I know for them to remove him from the scene, something is something that's reason why that happened. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. And that's just from a thought point of view.
Yeah.
But my thing with you, like with everything that I know, I know that you're way intelligent than what this movement right here to me
So let me answer.
presents.
Let me
That's all
answer what you
I'm trying
asking.
to address
Yeah.
with you, bro.
Let me answer what you're asking. Right. You're right. A lot of it's not all publicity, because a lot of what you see in as publicity, like when you watch a music video, you don't know the editor, you don't know the producer, you don't know the PAs, you don't know the DPs, director of photography, the director's assistant. You don't know the budget. You don't know the budget cuts. What you think see again, what you think is Rashad Jamal in this analogy is a public figure. What you think is Rashad Jamal, me as a videographer, me as a stylist, me as a publicist, me as somebody who I do all of this myself. Nobody's pulling anything. I don't have a PR. Me as that person, I don't look and see Rashad Jamal. I look and see every edit, every cut, every shape up, every post, every time this post, every emoji. I see all that goes into composing that which people think is Rashad Jamal, which is why people be needing titles. You're not just Rashad Jamal. You become divine insight. You're not just Rashad Jamal. You're the guy. You're not just Rashad Jamal. So I see all that goes into it. Yes, there is an element of publicity to it. And then there's an element of privacy to it. And it's the privacy that I'm expressing about. It's the privacy that says, family, some people made a direct effort to come out as the master teacher who was pulling information from the ethers, a divine being, and that's already here. So if you're asking me why I'm speaking on him, publicity is never for no reason. That's not true. If somebody pulls a publicity stunt, it's always for something. Do you hear me?
I know.
If I'm trying to promote, listen, if I'm trying to promote an album, I could do a publicity stunt. If I'm trying to promote a song, I could pull a publicity stunt. If you're trying to sell your sneakers, a commercial is a publicity stunt. People might not see commercials as a publicity stunt, but you're putting your information out there into the public, hoping that people come to hear you out, buy into your product or your brand. There's always something being sold when it comes to the public. Always. Even if it's just the formation of the highways, even if it's just the formation and the placement of the trees that you're driving past, always something being sold. So then your question is, why am I speaking on him? Here is the answer. To bring more attention to Dr. Malachi Z. York L. and his situation. And if Rashad Jamal were in no way, from his teachings, his style, or whatever, attached to Dr. Malachi Z. York L., or was not a star or a celebrity whose name could be used to pull more attention to Dr. Malachi Z. York L., especially if they've led people astray, I would never have a reason to say his name.
Now, hey, now with that right there, Dr. York, do you think from what you have learned from Dr. York, I hope I'm saying his name right. Do you think that as today's time, what we see right now, what we know as today's time, do you think that you're gathering the people like he did for you to even meet him, like the way that you think that you was involved to gather and meet him? Do you think that you're gathering the people on that same state of mind or consciousness or drive? Or do you think that you
I,
present that?
I don't think it matters what I think, because here's what it is, right?
But
I'm
it gotta matter because you're doing this for Dr. York, so you wanna
pay attention to my answer, because
okay.
I'm
I don't want
impeccable with
you
my
right.
words, right?
You're right.
I don't think it matters what I think. Only thing that matters is the truth.
Okay.
The truth will be told when all of it is said and done. With my Amun, my Amen moment is when my last breath leaves my body. When my breath of life leaves and my soul is gone, that's when it's said and done. And y'all will, anybody that's left will be able to say whether or not they'll record it, however, whether or not I did this on this level or that level. That's not what I'm even concerned about or concerned about. My concern is he's still here. I'm not trying to do things on his level. He's still here. He has his level. He has his degrees. I don't know anybody on the planet or in history that has that level. It would be a waste of my time to even start now to attempt to pursue his level because that's his level. What I know is I'm passing through this realm. If it wasn't my purpose, I decided it to be. At 5 years old, when I saw that they stole our land, that they were destroying our property, you understand? That they took all of our inheritance. I saw that happen. I made a decision that I was going to become a rapper and celebrity at 5 years old. I don't know how many people you can talk to now that's 26 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old. I'm 26. That could say they made a decision to do what they're doing at that age when they were 5. I made a decision when I was 5 that I was going to be famous and I was going to bring people to Dr. Malachi York. And I knew that if I could be famous to get people's attention, I could help fight. And that's what I'm still doing. So I'm gonna get it simple. I don't want to be him. I don't want to reach people on his level. I don't want to replicate him. He's still here. I'm saying I'm still a student, crazy. Everything everybody talking about leaving this planet and all this other stuff. And listen, the only one I know who's explained it in full or to such a degree that it can traverse all of these different peoples and brought everybody to the center is him. So you only hearing me as phase one out here because he's not out here to express. You only seeing me as this celebrity that everybody think wants it. Oh, I'm trying to be. People have claimed I'm trying to be his successor. Y'all are only able to say that, especially the ones who saying it, because he's not out here to express. My goal, I don't care how long it takes, how hard we had to fight. My goal is to make sure that before I leave this planet, the record is able to be set straight again, and that he is able to speak and answer y'all questions again. He is able to say, this is that, that is that, and whoever needed to hear that, they will. And then you can forget about phase one. You can throw that away. It was the event happened. You can forget about that. I don't even need it unless it's my children needing to remember certain things for certain reasons. If I have them, phase one was here and then he left. He's not trying to be anything. He knows what you try to run away from, that this is not anything but a phase.
All right. If this a phase, I mean, if this a phase, right? With what would your what was your um what would you tell, like what would you tell the people? What would you, because you said you watching, able to grasp for all that.
Uh, what phase? What phase are you saying that we're in
I
and
mean,
of next?
like right now, whatever phase we're in right now, right? How in the
So just walk with me. Don't
right,
follow me. People gonna remember that. Like, yo, and imagine right now if somebody will come out and say, nigga, I found one of the hard drives and it got 70 songs nobody ever heard. I'm about to release it tomorrow. You know how many people gonna line up to hear what Pac said? Meaning everything we do, everything we've ever done as the human being, form, spirit, whatever you want to call it, that's recorded in other people's minds, our art, all of that. But the moment we let off that last breath, all of that was a phase. You literally phase into another existence, even if you want to deal with it just energetically. So
yeah,
why do you think I'm holding on to any of this illusion. The point of it is to get people to realize that, and to realize we have somebody here that while they're in this phase, he's beat the game already. He done went through all the levels, all the religions, the sciences. He was teaching the sciences before they became fields of science. And people are claiming to be the ascended masters. And I'm just saying, well, fine. If you're going to claim to be the best person to shoot 3-pointers, fine. And you got other people going around saying that, fine. Just show your work. And when you can't, then we're going to tell everybody that's following you, excuse me, can I get your attention? I'm not claiming to be the best 3-point. As a matter of fact, I can't even shoot. You think I can shoot because you just ain't seen shit yet. You've been seeing this nigga pump fake and pose like he's shooting for so long, you think that's shooting. Let me show you the real shooter. Let me ask you a question. Whatever method or mode I have to go through to break down that illusion, what's the issue with the point of bringing people's attention to the true light? By show of emojis, before he answered, by show of emojis, how many people found their way not just to Dr. Melakazi York, but to the true light that helped y'all understand everything that I've been expressing and he's been expressing? How many people found that by hearing me speak and bringing it to you? Just show of emoji. And I want you just to pay attention to this. Notice I didn't say how many people became fans of Dr. York. Notice I didn't say how many people became followers of somebody's cult. Notice I didn't say none of that. Notice I said how many people were able to literally access the true light because they heard my voice. Now, some people heard my voice going up against rappers in the music industry. You heard my voice on the F Black History song. You made your way here. Somebody heard me, heard my voice doing a comedy video, ragging on the woke community, quote unquote, how they be playing. I did a restaurant video. Some people see my battle movie. Some people see my TED talk. Some people heard my music left and right. And okay, however y'all had to get here, when you got here, did I make it about me? Just remember what I'm asking you. Did I make it about me, or did I direct you to that which caused me to be able to stand on my own 2 feet, which caused Rashad Jamal to be able to stand on his own 2 feet? And don't think standing on your own 2 feet mean that you're going to lead people in the right direction, because once you access the light, if you know the truth, you can lie.
Hey, check it, right?
I'm listening.
If Dr. Martin Luther King sold us a dream, right? And led us, kept us buying, right? But a lot of people, as the black people, whatever you want to call them, believe that's our history. And I come out and continue to do that. What do that make me though?
Can you simplify that for me, please?
I'm saying because you saying that from Dr. York point of view, from whatever he gave it, whatever he addressed, and whatever he's giving out, whatever information that he's feeding the people, and he was taken from that. But with you, you're addressing everything that he has given you, and you're holding that same platform, but just to keep his name a ring, like clarifying, yeah, not the right way. I'm saying, does that make you misleading too, though?
Well, you saying if it's not the right way?
Yeah, like because you like me listening to what you're saying, how you saying that people took different things and now they're coming to you, right? See, people could take those things and come to you, but when you get in there and you see that shit ain't the way that you thought it was, see, I'm that person. I don't care how much nobody talk to me, all that. I mean, I listen. I'm a due to respect because I got respect for myself, but I can address what a book is trying to present to me when it's fabricating a lot of stuff, though, my man.
Okay,
Like,
watch it. Dr. Melakazi York is still alive. I don't know why people keep missing that. He's still alive. He's been in prison for 22 years, not 2 years. He's facing 135 years, not 16. They put the biggest case on him, not somebody going to war with their baby's mother for whatever it was that they did to that baby mother's child. He had 476 acres. He introduced a whole new language, which really would have been a language, the original language, Nuwapic, the ancient Egyptian language. Rashad Jamal dresses up as the Pharaoh. Can he speak that language? Can he tell y'all what that language is? He gave everybody that was willing to wake up a nation. He wrote over 1,000 books on so many different subjects. We'd be here all day to name them. Look at what my point is here. He's still alive. He has not faded away. It's not Martin Luther King. He's still here fighting to get out. He's still sharp, sharper than the average 20-year-old you know at 80. So let me ask you this to answer your question of whether or not somebody would have been misled. If you sit down in my chair.
I don't know, Rashard. I'm speaking from my
No,
point of
look, check
view.
this out. Check this out. I'm talking to you.
I'm listening to you, bro.
If you sit down in my chair and I'm a tattoo artist and I say, this is gonna hurt, this is gonna sting, and you in that chair and you go through with it and you had a purpose of going through with it. You wanted to receive some type of mark, whether it was for sigil purposes, protection purposes, you just wanted art on you. You know what I mean? You miss your homies, so you want to get them tatted, your mom and them, whatever. You had a purpose. You sat in the chair. I start the gun up. I give you the tattoo. It hurts. Did I mislead you?
I mean,
It's simple, family. Because we only got time for the scratching the head.
no,
Because
because
there's
I'm
two
only
parts to the
reason
question.
for that because I still don't think that it's hidden where it need to be
Look
hidden
what I'm
at, bro.
saying, though. What are you worried about? You're
Way,
going to lose nothing by answering the question. Did I mislead you or not?
no, because I made the decision to sit in the chair.
Not just because you made the decision. Did I tell you it was going to hurt?
Yeah, an artist just should have told you something like that.
Okay. You want to know how I know you fighting it? And it's okay because we go through that in different parts of our life. It's because something that's so simple, you're looking for the complexity because everybody done made complex shit, right, out of stuff that's so simple. And then tried to make simple things like neuromelanin out of sciences that's way far complex. You just can't
I
Google that. You
just
got
know
to
that,
actually study
that word,
neuroscience.
bro. I know that words are spells, and I know that it's easy to say a lot of shit and bind a person in.
Right.
That's
And
why
that's
I'm
not
not
your fault.
allowing that to happen.
So try
That's
to
all.
put
That's the
yourself,
only thing I'm doing, bro. It ain't
I'm with
about.
you. You ain't doing nothing wrong.
I'm trying to make
Try
sure
to
that
put
I heard
yourself.
what you said and make sure that I addressed it the right way and not just falling short for that. So
Yeah, that's why you ask questions.
yeah,
I ain't hear you ask nothing.
I mean the
You didn't
question.
ask
Cause,
nothing. You
right,
started to respond as if I gave you. This is an analogy, by the way. I didn't present any variables.
exactly, exactly.
I didn't tell you it was 33 degrees outside. I didn't tell you whether or not I was a black or a white ink tattoo artist. I didn't describe the chair. I gave no variables. And you still looking for a way out of the truth. So can you put yourself in the shoes of Rashad Jamal's followers where they were lied to about a lot of things, right? People were lied to about the image of Jesus. They just believed in Jesus their whole life. They didn't have any foundation of the truth on that, right? Some people might have come from Islam. Some people were eating the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing, depending on who they looked up to follow. And then they find some truth and they're like, yo, sometimes you might get upset when you get the truth. Sometimes you might, you know what I'm saying, want to go to war. Sometimes you might break down and cry when you finally figure out you've been lied to. What people make the mistake of doing is they get wide-eyed and enamored about the person who brought them the message, as opposed to looking at the fact that they brought you a truth on that thing. Now, what if they wrong? Like they taught you about not eating this type of thing, right? But what if they wrong and then they start teaching you because you believe them so much and you got that type of truth? What if they tell you don't drink water because you was never made to drink water and you needed it? Your body needed it for what one of your own health reasonings. You needed it and you die
So you
or
just
you
brought up.
perish or you develop
Hey,
sickness and illness.
you just hit a big one though because
Go ahead.
what you just said about the water situation, shit, I believe that's real facts though. I believe that we ain't supposed to drink water, but we've been presented and doomed to drink. The thought that when you said it, I lean back because my beliefs are different than a lot of people. The same way your beliefs is. Like me, I don't. I'm like you say scientists, but scientists to me is misleading because that's all they do. They ain't gonna never tell you the truth. Scientists ain't gonna never come out and tell you exactly what it is. And then a scientist, he take three different things and go from by that. He don't really know what it really is.
No,
He,
no. Listen, watch this. What's the etymology of the word scientist or science?
I don't know. I'm at what
I'm gonna
is
tell
it?
you. I'm gonna tell you. That's
What?
fine. The etymology is to know.
So you believe all scientists?
Okay, I'm gonna show you what just happened. I said the etymology of a scientist is to know, and you asked me about belief.
Well, you have to know, yeah, because you asked me about a scientist. So for you to use the word, that means that you believe in the word. So I'm asking you, do you believe in it? You say to know, so you have to know that science is real to know what science is. If I believe that I could walk on the road, I gotta believe in the road. I gotta believe in the word of road. When it's really a mental statement. That's the only reason we're able to walk on it because we're believing it. So for you to say the word scientist, you have to believe in science.
No, you don't.
Oh my
The,
God.
yeah, and look, you don't have to
I'm
accept that
listening.
answer.
I'm willing to
That's
learn every day from
that's a
you. You
look. That's a
always
part of being a scientist. You don't have to just because I said no, you don't. You don't have to accept my answer. My
right,
answer
right,
to you.
right,
Okay, so did you? Yes or no? You use the word science,
right.
right? Or
I'm listening.
scientist. Okay, I asked you for the etymology of it, right?
Yes, and you told me that to know.
Okay, now how do you know that that's the etymology if
I,
you ain't even looked it up yet?
that's what I'm saying. I'm just listening to what you're
That's
saying. Don't see.
all I'm asking y'all
Right.
to do.
I'm not.
And then that's all I've been asking y'all to do. Listen to what I'm saying, which is why I'm asking y'all to come up and speak. Listen to what I'm saying. Let's talk. And then after this, when you get off of here, go and do your research. See
Yes.
if it holds up. And if you don't believe, that's fine. You don't have to believe that the etymology of science is to know. Once you see that it is, or if you see that it is, then you can go further. You say, well, uh, uh, I would have to believe that they're telling me the truth.
Right.
And then, okay, you become a linguist.
Hey, see,
And
this
you,
is
and
why
you,
I say that
eh,
you're
go ahead.
intelligent, what you is, right? Because me putting all this together, bro, you do the same thing that we've been taught all our life. You go to school and they tell you to listen to it. They tell you to, in the end of the day, that you reach back 26 years, 36 years later, and none of this shit even
Where did you
equivalent.
get that from?
Just listen to me for a second. You
Okay,
said
go ahead.
listen.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just listen. I'm just listening to you, and I'm telling you what you sound like
Okay.
to me. Like how people do your average your daily Christians. They go to church on a Sunday, right? And they listen to that preacher preach the word to off his feelings, off his beliefs, and then he present it to them. And he'll tell them same time, if you don't believe in me, look at it. Go look it up right here after church or whatever. But you have already addressed this in their brain. So therefore, that's the biggest plus on your end because the average person is stuck to believe what you just told them. They ain't thinking from a different point of view or from awakeness. They are already doomed once you put that in their ear. That's why a lot of people want you to listen to what they're saying. And when an average person that's just listening, they don't let it. They listen and it's automatic in their brain to register to be true because they don't have a brain. They are systemized. They are systematic people. So I'm like I said, I'm listening to you, and I to me I can do that because when you're talking, I'm educating. So I'm like, okay, I bullshit recognize bullshit. So other shit get chopped up by the chopper, and the rest of it be like, okay, he got a sense right there. But if it don't, I ain't gonna sit on it and tell you that, bro. Yeah, okay, I get it. Da, 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 da. It just ain't registered to me. Like I told you, I know that you're intelligent because you can lead the people in a way that they've been doing all our life to us to keep us bind.
Hey,
But
look, let
I
me tell you something. I really respect you. Okay. I don't know why you doing that though. Okay, so here's what it is. Everything I just expressed. and you end it with, you're doing the same thing they did to us to keep us binded. So respectfully, I don't know what you took from this talk. However, if you're not here to genuinely speak with me, we can go ahead and end the talk.
I mean, that's I gotta let you make that call because you allowed me to come in.
Okay.
But I think that what we're
I do.
doing is
Again, I
genuine.
respect you. I'm grateful that you
Yeah.
came up.
Yes, sir.
That's why I was like, yo, I gave analogies. I did my best to make sure, because with analogies, it's like parables. There's so many different sciences that can be taken from it. You said, let me explain to you what you said first before we go ahead and end this. You said you tell people, go and research. Don't believe me. Check it out. But people not gonna do that. And for some reason, you missed the analogy of this is gonna hurt. You sat down in the chair. This will hurt. Here go the truth of this. Truth hurts. You do the tattoo. You go through the process. It hurts. And you get up out of the chair and you turn around and you point at me and say, you motherfucker, you told me the shit was gonna hurt. And the shit hurt. But it's my fault, right? I'm supposed to believe it's my fault who told you it was gonna hurt. When you sat in the chair with the knowledge of, go research, you had the knowledge of, somebody told you when they're speaking, don't believe me, check it out. And because of your conditioning to just believe, which is why people became followers of people, instead of walking with them so they can point things out, you just following behind them. You can't see what's in front of them. You don't know what they know. Because of your conditioning, like you said when you was in school, you ran into me and I said, family, don't believe me, check it out. Dr. Melakazi York said, don't believe me, check it out. Dr. Melakazi York said, don't believe anybody. We had to talk about knowledge, and I say, notice how when I said no, you brought up belief. Notice when I gave you an analogy that was so simple, it was yes or no. You didn't ask a question, you looked for a way out of the truth. Here's what I can tell you. I do not accept or assume responsibility for people's decisions. If I tell you don't believe what I'm saying and look into everything that I'm saying for yourself, because some of it you may not need. Your name Chris, my name Omari. Somebody called Chris that may not have been for me. I don't accept or assume responsibility for people's decisions to sit there and ignore what I said. And one more thing, Dr. Melakazi York wrote that too. He said, I've been telling y'all for decades, don't believe me. Check it out. But y'all still want to believe. And he was talking to the people who walk with him. So I echo that. If that's what you want to take from it, that, oh, you're doing this, you're keeping us binded, even though I'm literally saying the way I got here to not be in bondage was by actually listening to Dr. Melakazi York. I don't even believe your name, Chris. You know what I'm saying? If I need to use it, I'll use it. Meaning, if you go across the room and you gave me those tones to call, Chris. But if you want to walk in and be like, Christopher, I'm like, this motherfucker lied.
That's my
But don't
name,
matter,
though.
because even if you lied, I was still able to use it for what I needed it for. That means it applied to me to be able to use it in that situation. It was a lie to me for that situation. It didn't apply to me for that situation, but I use it this way. And your Umi comes in or your mother comes in and says, Christopher. And then another nigga come in and say, yo, C-Dog. And you respond, I'm like, Dad, this nigga's a nigga. C-Dog, is it Christopher? And then some people are going to argue that for life. They're going to get caught up on that instead of realizing family. When Dr. Melakazi York was teaching Muslims, it might have been for those who needed Allah to get right. When he was teaching Christianity, Christians, they might have needed Jesus, God, to get right. They needed Reverend Dr. Melakazi York. Some people needed Imam Isa. Some people needed Rabboni Yeshua. Some people
I hear
needed
you
this. Some people needed...
talk,
You get me?
faith.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can move that way. Like, some people don't. I mean, to me, a man is what it is. I don't address a
Am I
person off.
responding? Real question, and I apologize for cutting you off. I know I did. Am I responsible in your eyes for people's decision not to take my advice to go and look into everything and don't believe anybody and find out what they can use that information for.
Yeah, you're not responsible for that. You know what I mean? But when you're, is the see the question is always, it's almost saying like water don't mix, oil and water don't mix together. That ain't a true research, because you mix the motherfucker together, boil it up, and it's all, you won't see it no more. So when you're saying you're not responsible, it's hard to address that, because you're saying things and they're going to look up this research, but once you implant something in the average human being mind, it's hard to make them go against that. For instance, I used to gamble a lot. So I used to pay for sites to give me the picks. So when I'm paying for these picks, and I notice that my mind done seen these picks, when I go and try to do it on my own, I'm still look in my mind looking at what this stuff presented to me. So I'm afraid to go with it, because in my mind I'm like, he might know something. After I done my research, I'm still in the back of my mind is like, oh, they might know something. So when you're saying that, like I said before, to a person that done been there, done that, and know how wordplay work, is you is like, is a 50-50. Where is you responsible for it? Because you, like I said, why you think the frequency of communication is at the highest? Why you think music even being delivered in the way it is? You think that is the people responsible for when they make a song and tell you to go do this right here, and they go do it?
Yeah.
They responsible for it. So if they responsible for it the same way you're telling me to do something, you're responsible for it as well. No matter if
Yeah.
you did research
Okay.
or
So
not.
that's what I'm explaining. I'm saying I would be responsible for giving you the advice to go and look things up, not just to know it. Knowledge ain't the power. What is? It's the application. So if okay, your information is Chris. My information is Omario. My affirmation will be Omario. Your affirmation will be Chris. However you look at it. When I sit down to fill out my application, you go pay attention to the word. If I put your name on there, what did I just do?
You adjusted it
I,
for me.
I committed identity fraud, right? The information that I have that is me, that works for me, may not work for you. That's the purpose of being a scientist, to not only figure out whether or not this is even applicable, to formulate formulas that other people can use to figure out the same. That's what we were going through math and all of that for, to find out how formulas work, to problem solve. They used to give you word problems and you had to solve for it. Remember that, right? Okay. So if I give you advice to look into things so that you'll understand how to solve problems for yourself, and you say because of your conditioning, meaning because of the fact that when you was in like second grade, you didn't have to do word problems. All you had to worry about was 1 + 1, 2 + 2. And you refuse to be beyond the second grade level and you want to stay back there. I am not responsible. I'm giving you, listen, this is what you do to solve for this. This is how you pass this grade. So if you choose to be like, nah, I'm just going to believe him, bro, I'm not responsible. I don't accept or assume responsibility for that. And then you want to know what happens? Guess what? I could be wrong about something I'm putting out. So then we walk it together. You can tell me, hey, Faise, watch your step, nigga, watch your step. I'm like, oh, shit. Damn, you right. I ain't even catch that. And I walk around it. You're no longer looking at me as the leader. You're looking at me as the person who explained the walk to you. And you start, we walking together. And I can yell to you, hey, Chris, watch step, watch step. And you can step around it. But if you walking behind me, just believe, oh, he might know something. And I trip. And you right behind me, guess what you do? Oh, shit. You seen people do it. You see the little video? Somebody walking to shit, and that person walking right back. Everybody walking into the same shit because it's a line. That's not what we doing, bro. That's not the point of this. So again, I hear you. The point to you is I'm not bashing Rashad Jamal. I do respect that you're saying it appears as such. I respect that, because if that's what it took for you to come here and it looks like that to you, I'm grateful you made it. Now I'm telling you there's a lot more information to look into. Dr. Malachi York got over 1,000 books. You might only need to read one to figure out why you needed this. Or you might need to read none. You might have just needed to talk to me to know that it's possible. All I'm saying is he's still here. He's alive. A part of what I'm doing is to bring y'all attention to that so that y'all could bring more people attention to that. And we're not going to abandon one of our elders who brought this awakening movement to us. You ever heard somebody say, make it make sense?
Yeah.
That's Dr. Malachi York. You ever heard somebody say, each one teach one? That's Dr. Malachi York. You ever heard somebody say, stay woke? That's Dr. Malachi York. You ever heard somebody say, basic instruction before leaving Earth? Or basic?
So you saying that?
Go ahead.
You saying he the first person that came up with these
Yes.
metaphors?
Yes. Yes. You ever heard somebody say, tell our vision? Tell lies visually?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Malachi York. You ever heard somebody say, it's not understand, it's overstand? Dr. Malachi York. You ever heard somebody say, oh, Visa is 666? Dr. Malachi York. You ever heard somebody talking Leviathan and breaking that down? Dr. Malachi York. They got a book called Leviathan 666. My point is this. A lot of...
If you don't mean, I don't mean to cut y'all.
Go ahead.
Religion? I don't know what y'all call it. What did he what he teach on?
He taught all of the religions because he had to reach people who were already a part of all these different religions to bring them to being scientists again.
So so what is the belief like? Is it
We
Jesus
don't have a
Christ?
belief. We don't
Is
deal with belief.
okay.
We're not supposed... I mean, that's what I'm explaining. You deal with what you're able to apply, right? So don't... He said, okay, Dr. Malachi York taught about an Anunnaki, the Galactic Federation, Arcturians, Pleiadians, Rumarians, the Greys, Meldekians, Zeta Reticulans, Draconians, all these other beings, right? Beings from Andromeda, all of that. However, he said, don't believe anybody talking about extraterrestrials or flying saucers. He said, until you've had your experience, meaning you won't know it's real until you've had the experience. He said, don't believe anybody, not even me.
Have you had the experience to see him?
I,
Like do you
I
believe?
have. I have.
So you
Mhm.
believe that they real?
I don't believe in... Okay, so let me just bear with me now. I've had my experience. I've had experience since I was young. I had experience at 12. I've had plenty of experiences with extraterrestrial forces, beings I didn't know who they were, people who look like you and I, right? I didn't know their names. I can't give you no names. I can't tell you those were the riskiest from this galaxy. I don't know that myself because I haven't had the talk with them. If they would have had that talk to explain that to me, all I know is what I experienced. I've experienced being on one of the vehicles. It's not spiritual to me. It was not an abduction. Ain't nobody abduct me. I don't know why people... I I didn't have that experience. I had the experience to be able to see certain things, bear witness to certain types of technology. I saw the people in black, the brown people, the brown skinned people in black when I was 12, years before the video came out. When somebody was like, I saw I saw African Americans on a cigar shaped craft, and they had guns. I can bear witness to the fact that there are some people who wear black, and there's the Ruwa Zimbabwe incident that they talked about in 1994. They put it in a documentary called Phenomenon, and they had another one, Aerial School Phenomenon, where the children, one of the sisters' name is Selma Sadiq. I follow her on here. She was there. They saw some people wearing... They said they saw black people with hippie hair, dressing all black. They landed outside of a school building. Now, here's my point. I was not there for the Ruwa Zimbabwe incident, and I was not there for the incident with whoever the official military man was who said he saw them on a cigar-shaped craft. However, I had my experience with those who wear black. So I know it's a possibility that we all saw the same group of people. Maybe they're military. We don't know. I know that's a possibility, and I know that they were black, as in melanin-dominant people.
So do you believe?
I know that.
How many people? Say you was around the gathering of, it's 138 people
Mm.
right now. Just say we were around the gathering of them. How many people do you believe that is actual people?
What do you mean by actual people?
Like, do you believe that you walk around people that ain't actual people, as in like NPCs and all the such of?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who would be. If I was around 138 people, the answer is I just don't know who all would be real people who are. There's a lot of people, by the way. I don't know where I'm at, but it's like I just don't know who is a. Now certain things you could tell, like, okay, this is a program, but everybody is. Everything is. Even the first person player. I don't think people understand that. Even the one who's the actual computer player online, your
Mm-hmm.
character was programmed. There still was a graphic game design that went into your character. There's still numbers, script, all kind of programming. How do you interact with your environment? There's physics programmed into the game that also apply to you. Everybody's a program. At that point, we just saying whether or not this person is aware that their program is functioning a certain way that you're able to observe.
So do you?
So the answer is I don't know who's quote unquote
Right.
real or not. Go ahead.
I'm saying, do you feel that in this, you call it, well, I know you what you broke down for phase to you, but do you feel that you're in a game now?
Do I feel that?
Yeah, like, do you feel on your daily walk, on your daily move, whatever, you go outside right now to go to the store? What do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'll level with you. I do feel like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The more science you figure out, sometimes the esoteric metaphysics clauses that we come up with is our attempt to simplify things that are far too complex for us to understand at the time. What if you find out that you are just organic material coming together, you know what I'm saying, hoarding itself around electromagnetism, bacteria? You know, what if you find that out and that after that's done, you're done? What if you did find that out? The only way you would find that out is at the end of it. Well, my point is, I don't know. I do have a feeling that I'm participating in some type of simulation, but I don't know. I haven't calculated myself into knowing with that yet. I've seen certain things that I could make the final decision on it. However, I choose not to, because what if I miss a number? What if I miscalculate it? So then you stop trying to sum up the whole journey and you start enjoying the journey. To master the whole, like people say, I'm here to master myself. Okay, well then you will not do that until you die. Meaning, even if you were somehow able to assume the conscious state, the superpositional conscious state, if you want, or multidimensional conscious state of every single cell in your body, because that's what knowing self would be. Is cell is right there in the word. Or every single bond, whether it's hydrogen or whatever, that's inside of you, the same star that's everybody's. Even if you were able to do that, every second is different. Every second is different. If you're taking a breath and you breathe it in, right? And then you breathe it out, right? Or you breathe through your nose, hold it. Who I was when I breathed in and who I was when I breathed out were two different beings. You will never master self, period. So if you keep on with realizing that, you will enjoy the game you're playing. And then when it's over with, let's say you take off the VR, instead of being the one who decided that as soon as they walked out, oh, I know what all of this is about. So you never walked up that hill to know if Jack and Jill was up there. You never went over there to see if the three little pigs was actually in that house. You ain't never studied this. You never, all the different things you missed out on when you take off the virtual reality glasses and you got to be tested on everything that you experience. They said that test in front of you. I'm just giving an analogy.
Yeah.
What did you bring with you? What was the information that could have been experienced that could have put you in another position? What if when you box yourself off, because here goes what happens, right? We get into a new house. The house seems so big at first, but then we learn the house. And now it's no longer a journey to go to the bathroom. You just know it's there. It becomes what people think is second nature. It's really your first nature. You just know it's there. You can walk around your house blindfolded and you know where everything is,
Right.
right? So ultimately, your home becomes smaller, family, the longer you done been in it. To your brain, I'm talking about relativity speaking.
Yeah.
It becomes smaller, but it's big when you first get there in your brain. The more you think you know, right, about a place, and you think it's just set in stone, and not that it's knowledge at that moment that could be applied to get you to another level, your realm starts to shrink. And what could have been accessible to you, you cut it off. You ever heard somebody say you burned a bridge?
But
All right, you meet a nigga, you don't know who the nigga is, but you in a bad mood that day. You don't know that somebody could have put you in position, and you've been trying to get a deal so long, right? Or whatever your situation is. You've been trying to open up a bakery, or you've been looking for this female, you looking for the love of your life. But then she speak to you, she's the cashier. You don't know that this is the love of your life, but you so fucked up in the head, she trying to compliment you, start a talk with you, and you cuss her out. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
You shut down what you could have accessed. My point of all of that is enjoy the process of going through this life and play it accordingly. But the moment you close yourself up, I'm God, I'm source, and I start asking you questions. I say, oh, you source, huh? Yeah. Where'd you come from? When did all of this start? Oh, time is an illusion. Oh, word. If time is an illusion, why did it take time for you to say that? But my point is, you start asking questions to those who close themselves off. You're actually giving them an opportunity to realize the error in closing yourself off. If they don't want to realize it, that's fine. You just move on. I was taught if they don't accept it, let them go. I said to the people who was in the Rashad Jamal community, I said, just based off of the atmosphere, I'm watching how the men handle women. I don't know if that's because of like how many times Rashad Jamal called women a bitch on camera. Compilation on the way. Right? I watch how they handle the women, right? That's an error, but they don't know that. I watch how they handle people when they think that they're at war with Rashad. They attack the person. They don't even know what's going on. So I said, I won't be here long in your community. You ain't even gonna have to worry about me. All I'm doing is putting out the call, and then I'm gonna go. You'll never hear me mention him or nothing like that again. It happens all the time. The point is I was taught if they don't accept it, let them go. So the simple answer is, I'll level with you. I do feel like it's a game. I don't know all of it yet. Although I look forward to the moment of being able to say, wow, that was fun. Like when we were about to graduate high school. And I'm not saying everybody did, and I'm not talking down on nobody if you did it. If you remember that, or graduated middle school, whatever you graduated from, it could be a program. You were learning a trade and you graduated. You look up, you look so you so invested on, I'm about to graduate. After you walk that stage and you walk about that door, you start missing your friends. You start missing the classroom. You start missing fucking around. Even if you were skipping class, you start missing that shit. You know what I mean? So even when you elevate from here, you're going to miss all of these experiences. I know all of y'all is like, yo, man, we got to stop tearing Rashad Jamal down. Listen, if you one of us, take them old glasses off and put on the shades. They live. You know what I mean? Put on the shades so you'll understand. If you really woke like that, you can't think it's that simple. That Omari or Phase One and Rashad Jamal is beefing. So that means you got to choose a side. What is he talking about? I know it's going to be sides that are chosen. Da, da, da. If you really like that, read the whole thing. See if you can get the message that meets in the center between Rashad and Phase. Find the center. Don't make it about either one of us. And then you'll see what's going on. So I respect everything you said, family. Even if I didn't agree with something, that's fine. I still respect what you said, and I respect you as a person. You got the last word.
Yes, sir. Shit. I did have something I wanted to say. It's the same thing though, bro. I definitely respect what you're saying. You know, I wouldn't even try to join in. I wouldn't have too much to say about the situation. But sometimes you have to address some things to understand what your point of view is, a reason why you do what you do. I did want to ask you though, with Dr. York being the teacher wise, and I know you say y'all don't have a religion. So do you believe in like God or Most High? Like where we standing at?
No, I don't believe in it. I know it's possible that there is a possibility that there is a creator of the whole program.
Right.
I don't know that yet. I ain't got to that degree. Y'all don't understand. I might be just on like year or like let's say we come through here 24,000 times, right? I'm just throwing it out there. I might be only like time number 10. Some of y'all might be on time number 2,000. Some of y'all might be on time number 23,999.
Right.
I only have what I have right now. I'm not going to ever act like I have anything more than that. So I don't know, family. I don't know if the Most High is some Caucasoid called the Architect from the Matrix movie. I know there's a possibility, so I speak to the possibility. And I resonate with people who believe in it because they don't know that believing means they also are accepting possibility functioning in that form. You remember probability when we was in school, right?
Right.
The roll the dice shit, all that, the game of chance. You feel what I'm saying? And then you have the possibility and all that aligns with it. So my answer to you is no. We weren't taught to believe. We're not supposed to be believing in anything. Let me show you how you know I ain't no bias ass, you know what I'm saying, person walking around. There are New Wabians or people who were walking with Dr. Melchizedek York. They believe in aliens. They believe in extraterrestrials. They believe in a group of beings called the Natharu or the Nataru. They never seen them people before. They don't know if they're there. They can't really confirm that they're there. So they make the error of not speaking to the possibility, which is nothing wrong with that. You can speak to the possibility. It's just when you ask, like you just asked me, you have to admit you don't know, right?
Right.
But they don't do that. They try to separate themselves from other people's religions, but then they start talking about the Anunnaki and the Teru as if they truly know. And then when they ask, if people ask, do you know? They still keep going with, we know, we actually know, no. And that's what Dr. Melchizedek was trying to explain to them. Like, y'all don't know this stuff. You had to believe in this. You believed in that, even though I told you don't believe me. So people started trying to put themselves, like claiming to be one of the 23 elders and stuff like that. People started to put themselves, Rashad Jamal ain't the first one to do that. It was people that was like, when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old, I'd be on the computer and stuff like that. It was nigga named Yahshua, Ben Yahshua, something like that, or Yahshua Bar Yahshua, whatever the hell. And he was like, I am the successor of Dr. Melchizedek York. We ain't hear from him the next week. There's people that do that all the time. You got people who claim to be Jesus. Remember Nature Boy? Nature Boy, I can prove to you I am the Christ. Nature Boy told me, he literally we was on the phone. Because as soon as he found out who I was, he was trying to see if I was going to join his movement. They don't understand it. Everything y'all doing is trying to replicate something. I got the true light, what I need with y'all, right? So he got on the phone with me. This nigga told me he was a male stripper. No, I'm not lying. He got on the phone and he explained to me the spiritual science behind being a male stripper. Let me tell you what his explanation was. As the Christ, by the way, he said he was the Christ. He said everybody want to forget about the men. Nobody think about how men need to be sexually pleased too. They need sexual energy too. They need this, that, and the third too. He said, so I was there. I did my job as a male stripper so that I could cater to the men because they need love too. I don't know if he knows that in the strip club, they already got people who are perfectly woman that do that. He's Jesus. He's Emmanuel, the Christ.
Right.
But his name was OG Bando on here. I was like, but look, though.
Black guy.
Yeah.
I think I
Now,
know.
look. Here go the interesting part. He could be telling the truth. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying, everybody in these types of communities is either Anubis, they're Sekhmet, they're this Nefertiti, they're never any of the subjects. Everybody who reincarnates is the same person living in one neighborhood, and people don't understand. My point is, Rashad Jamal is not the first person to step up and claim a title or something. When we ask him about it, he's not able to provide substantial information beneath information, or affirmation to the living beings who are observing and listening, that'll show us that you know what it is that you're talking about. Because those groups of people, it's like this. Let me know. Let me show you how he doesn't know what he's talking about, but people don't know that. The 24 or 25 seats, including the 25th one in the center, nobody houses or occupies. Me listen to you. Well, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you. Yeah, I mean, this is a good build. And if you got any, if you ever want to come on again, just let me know. We'll speak. We'll talk.
Yes, sir.
All right, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Peace, family.
Peace, bro.
That was a good build. All right, so y'all talk to me. Who else? Anybody else? See the difference? You see how we can talk? We don't got to scream at each other and headbutt the screen. We don't got to overtalk each other and fight and cuss each other out. And ain't nobody scream not once. That's how you speak to one another. Some of y'all niggas have to understand you wouldn't talk to no nigga like that in real life. You know what I'm saying? Talk to a nigga, bro. Y'all don't know me, bro. You just think that I'm beefing with Rashad. So it's like, you don't understand. I'm not one of them. I'm not some machine. I have a voice. I can speak. We can talk, bro. Talk to me. And I'm going to show you why you don't know what you're talking about in the most polite way. When you think that I'm doing this and think, I'm going to show you. And then you might got something for me and we exchange. Too, that was beautiful. What's your take on Bashar? I don't, y'all can't. Somebody tell me, I don't, that's the second time I've seen the name, but I don't know. I'm not trying, I promise I'm not trying to play him. Like, he might be big or whatever. I don't know who that is. I just don't know who that is. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. We got work to do. We doing work. They thumb thugging. I mean, some people be needing an outlet, bro. And some people need background noise. People on apps for different reasons. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I've been through enough, bro. I got enough composure. We good. Shit, I done got out of pocket every now and again on live and shit. I know how it is. I ain't mad. Now let's play. Who want to play? Come on, man. Don't be afraid. You can talk to me. Question. What's the difference between sensational oratory skills and scholastic divine scholarship in our leadership today? That's a lot. You got to simplify that for me if you can. That's a lot to be doing. Try to simplify that if you can. But really, when it comes to marketing, all of that goes hand in hand. Thank you for the daily gems. Hey, thank you. Bring me up. I got something to say to you, bro. It's like you real deal working, like it's almost like you outworking everybody else. Who do you think you are? All right, I'm gonna bring you up. Just don't be talking shit. Don't be joning shit. Whoever you are. No God is stronger than the creator. Yo, Robot.
Hey, all back, huh? Can I be heard?
Yeah, I hear you. You got the
Well, it's kind of
Roblox shit
like,
going on right now.
let me speak, let me speak.
Go ahead.
It's like this, man. Straight up, it's like this. I don't even know you too much. Like, it's really my first time being up here on the platform. I appreciate you for sharing your platform and everything like that. But it's like when people come up here and they trying to share their feelings with you, and you deliver facts like that. Sometimes I feel like you put facts over feelings, and sometimes I feel like feelings can be important too. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So it's just like I'm asking that when you deliver the facts, you just like consider these people like are coming out of a hard time. Like everybody didn't just, you know what I mean? Like people come from stuff too, Faith. Like these people been down, bruh. These people been believing they that's the like I get emotional sometimes when I think about it because it's like these folk didn't deserve that kind of thing that's going on with them. And so like I'm happy that they here. But bro, like when you giving facts like that, you gotta really consider that they sick sometimes. Like we need healing, and you giving medicine, but it's like, bro, don't nobody need the medicine right now. But we need the medicine. But I can't tell you I need the medicine, cause then you
Mm,
gonna feel like you like helping out and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
mm,
And you already do it a lot of everything else. Like you make music, okay, and you fire, okay, and then you teach and you do classes for like 8 hours. Like it's crazy. And then you got books, and then you always keep pointing us back to the center every time. It's like
mm,
I just really want to come up here and like and just put that out there because I get real deal emotional when I see my brothers and sisters come up here and they really just want to talk to you and you get right to the point and you help us. But it's like I can't tell you you help us because then it might go to your head. So I gotta
mm.
like just say it like that. But I appreciate you, like everything that you do. You work hard on a serious note. You work very hard, and I'm proud to know you. I'm happy to know you, and you really you bringing us, you getting them all together, like he said. And we gonna show up in full force, and you never gonna do it by yourself again. Hey, putting this on record, Carolina is with phase one.
Mm,
Hey, this is
mm.
my brother. He does what's meant to be done. He's showing me, he reminding me of my purpose and what I came here to do, and I'm doing it. And I'm happy to know each and every one of y'all. And I'm asking y'all right now, come home. If you need 450 books, hit my DM and it's yours. No charge, no money, no nothing. We love you and we just want to know if you want to come home. We just want to know. Hey, I do say sure. 144, you see it?
I do, I sure. I see.
Oh wow, wow.
Peace.
I get off this. Peace.
That's what's up, y'all. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm grateful. Yeah, people are able to see. People are able to see the work. I'm telling you, you do the work, they're gonna be able to see. You can't be too simple minded to come around me. Like I think y'all understanding that live by live, person by person. You can't be too simple minded. You gotta be able to get up here with me. You gotta hop up here with me. You know what I mean? You can't lie your way out this shit. Oh, he a government plant. Bro, they not even believing that shit. The more they hear me talk, they're like, bro, this ain't what government plants do. He don't got no of the FBI leaves. I don't see none of the CIA soil. You know what I mean? He said, oh, he want to team up with my ex. Rashad, you don't understand that I can do a million more things on a Sunday that'll have you having to respond. You never, okay, as someone who knows, you never put yourself in no position where you got to keep responding to what somebody doing. You look like you you don't have the reins. You need to be asking, how did that happen? How did we go live? Why did it happen? You need to be really looking internally to figure out who is this man? Who is he? Who is him? You need to be looking at it. Hey, let's put this on the record. Shells or Darshell did not come to me. She ain't come to me and be like, yo, I got something to say. She didn't come to me. Something was brought to my attention. I do what I do when things are brought to my attention. If she's willing, I could let her daughter talk. I could let her daughter speak if she's willing. I could let her daughter know this wasn't your fault. You ain't got to carry this your whole life. No matter what it is that went down, she is still a child. She's a child. You don't know me, bro. All doors is open. Whenever I step, I step. You don't know what happened. You don't know why. All you know, oh, you partnering with my ex. Ask her this, ask her that, ask. Well, I'm not asking her none of that bullshit. No, she stood with her daughter like she's supposed to. And I'm gonna make sure that that example is shown. Way bigger than a Rashad Jamal. That example need to be shown to our community. Stand with your children all the way. Your children not gonna be able to come to you and give you details about something that happened to them as a child, when you know children ain't even supposed to be knowing about any of that, and the children don't know about any of that, which is why they describe certain things certain ways. And what people try to do is they'll play down a child's description of what happens to them. They'll play it down. But this child don't know all the words you know. They don't know what this is and what that is and what that experience was or that. They don't know that. They're only going to be able to use the vocabulary they have at that time. So don't think it stops there. We can deal time. I don't care what you think. We protect children. If Dr. Melikazi York pled guilty and he got 135 years in prison, let's rewind that. How the fuck do you plead guilty and get more time? How you plead guilty and get 135 years? You think he said, oh, he looked at the deal, he said, they give me 500 years, I'm gonna plead guilty, take this 135. Now, if you're a Rashad Jamal follower, that probably makes sense to you. Everybody else would, like, you know, that don't make no sense. Who been in the system? I was 13 when I took a plea deal, real life. I took the plea deal. I was explained by the judge the first time by the judge what a plea deal was. He said, you basically saying you don't want to take it to trial because you feel like they're going to try to fight you and take you down anyway and you think you're going to lose it. That's what they were telling me. But the point was for the plea deal, for me to avoid what they were saying was definitely going to be a year in juvie. They said, you're going to do at least a year, minimum a year in juvenile. Because they had built up all this other shit off of one little fight. And I was 13. This was after being brutalized by the same police in school. Went to court for 7 months. Now, all of a sudden, Rashad Jamal, who is in prison or in jail, he don't know what a plea deal is because he's trying to make a point against Dr. Melikazi York. It doesn't make sense. You don't get 135 years for pleading guilty. The purpose of pleading guilty is to get less time so you can get out. So as these dumbasses who don't want to take accountability for their actions and thought they would get away with what they get away with before that point and tried to deflect onto an innocent man, probably the only innocent one out of all these other weirdos who've been taken down, and you start seeing a pattern. Find me a video with Dr. Melikazi York with the women on their face, walking around saying, "Who's God?" And the women talking about, "The black man is God." Find me a video with Dr. Melikazi York was Find me that video. Find me the video where Dr. Melakazi York is in Publix. He calls a woman a bitch because he's having a temper tantrum. He's having an outburst and they trying to get order. And the woman who's attempting to bring it down, she got to be a bitch. Find me the video with Dr. Melakazi York outright disrespecting and degrading women. You got videos with Brother Polite. You got videos. As you start finding these commonalities where all of these people, they hate women. They got issues with women. They don't like that women got their own mind. They try to abuse and abrupt force their way into power. Try to abuse doctrine and information. They hate women. And it's evidence of them being abusive with their tongues, with their hands. It's evidence of these people doing it. Then you see Dr. Melakazi York. And instead of him saying, you a bitch if you don't want to share your man, he said, let me tell you something about polygamy. He said, if men can have more than one wife, then women can have more than one husband. Sisters, if y'all knew that, y'all think y'all would have followed behind somebody screaming at you, telling you a bitch because you got respect for your body and your respect for yourself? Or it don't even got to be a respect thing. Because just because you sharing don't mean you're not respectful to you or respectful to each other. But some sisters be snatched away from their respect to just do whatever the hell a man telling them to do. And if they don't comply, they got to be a bitch. They vibrating low. They selfish. That's manipulation. That's disgusting. What type of community can be built where women are subject to that type of treatment? Nah, Dr. Melakazi York said if men can have multiple wives, then women can have multiple husbands. He also said no polygamy in Nuwapu. He said, for you young boys. He said, especially for you young boys. He said, because we're working off of sex and you know it. He said, it's not fair to the woman who done been with you for years, for decades. Now y'all get old or older, and you trying to run and get you something young, hot, and fresh, and she done stuck by your side, and now you leave her. He said, it's not fair. He said, I was young once. He said, don't you think I know that people show up to the gatherings and like, oh, it's sure a lot of women here, acting like you did for spiritual purposes. That's Dr. You see the difference in the energy? I'm gonna show you the difference in the energy. Rashad Jamal, bitch. Yeah, I said it, bitch, because that's what you are. Because you dropped the frequency, you selfish motherfucker. Selfish bitch. Dr. Melakazi York. No polygamy in Nuwapu, especially for you young boys, because we're working off of sex and you know it, and it's not fair to your wife. See the difference in tone? See the difference in energy? That's why they mad at me. Because I put that video out a while back too. They're like, you misquoting him. How I misquote him for him? He said what he said. So I said, that's the oatmeal. He said what he said. You feel what I'm saying? You got to look at the whole thing. Look. You can't make this up. I'm going to pin it. That's not what bro said. I can almost verbatim what the nigga said. Somebody ain't watched the whole thing. What do you know who you talking? It came back out of him. You can look at people's eyes and look at how their teeth start like snarling up. Bro started growling at the screen. Bitch, motherfucker. And he wanted y'all to team up with him. He wanted y'all to get involved. Because he couldn't just say, man, I was dealing with someone who didn't agree with polygamy, and I ain't like that. It hurt my feelings. She could have shared me. I wanted her to not to not be selfish and share me, but but that's her choice. She has the right to do that because she is a goddess. And goddesses make their own decision of whether or not they want to share other people or even be with anybody. Wrong. That ain't what he said. What he said was she was a bitch, she was selfish, she's a motherfucker. Like, notice he didn't just say bitch. He went all the way to saying motherfucker. He cursed that woman that he was slighting, or those women that he was slighting. And not only that, he cursed you who took on that mindset. And y'all went into the communities and you subjugated your women. You abused your women with that mindset. She no longer is the goddess. She dropped down in frequency and she's a bitch now. And you can't say it's an isolated incident. Did I not watch the whole video of him calling a woman a bitch in Publix? That's somebody's mother. That's somebody's sister. That's somebody's daughter. You see, these are the abusive ones. Watch out for these brothers and the likes of them. I'm talking to the sisters. Watch out for these brothers. Brothers who are on here under the sound of my voice. 2025, all right? I don't care if you got to go on a microphone and get the rest of it out. You will never, ever refer to any woman as a bitch again. You will never do it again. Whatever's been done in the past, that's your past. That's the past. It will never happen again. And you will stand up and speak to your brothers. I had a biological brother that called a woman a hoe in my presence. And we got into it. We got into it. I had a brother do this when we were younger. Well, younger would be like 2018. He got into it. I found out why we had to get into that shit because we had to respond on his behalf. When I found out, he put his hands on a female. He tried to explain. He was like, but they was coming at me. They was swinging on me. They da-da-da-da. We got into it. I put them on them. You feel what I'm saying? I done got on blood, biological brothers of mine, literal head about just speaking a certain way to my biological sisters and put them out. Called their dad, said, I'll see you when you got more sense. And when he approached me on our campus and was like, yo, I was tripping. I said, you welcome to come home. My blood brothers. What's the point of this? Y'all have to understand that truth is based on two primary energies. And those two energies are the women and the children. Your mind is observing how you treat children. If you yell at children, that's fucking you up inside, and it's recorded. If you cuss children out, that's fucking you up inside, and it's recorded. I'm not going to say what Bro Fully said. What are you talking about? What do you mean what Bro Fully said? The moment she has to be a bitch because she don't want to share her body is later for you and him. Y'all can go date. Y'all can go date. Soon as he get out, go date him. Because he ain't going to talk to you like that. He ain't going to deal with you like that. Y'all can date. They pay attention to how you deal with children. They pay attention to how you deal with women. So I'm advising you all to pay attention to it also. So 2025, that's your movement. Don't ever do that. I don't care what it is. Don't give me excuses either. Don't give me that, oh, is she a bitch? I'm going to call her a bitch. That you sound weak. You sound weak. You sound like just like whatever she do, it determines how you respond and how you react. And that's not a strong man. You understand that? That's not a strong man. In order for you to be a strong man on his square, whatever she do is what she do. You either gonna be able to lift her up, change that behavior, or you can get the fuck away from her. Cause she good in her own element. She but the women call each other bitches. Do you want to be a woman? Is that the problem? I think it is, sisters. Niggas want to be y'all so damn bad that even before making a decision to respect you, they're gonna say they don't even respect themselves. What the fuck they got to do with you respecting them? You respect them. But whatever women you around, there's these animals that you're talking about. If you ain't able to change their composition at that time, you ain't a guy, bro. If you listen, let me tell you how you know a nigga not God or a God or running nothing. You approach women with the idea of polygamy and they shut you down. They like, no, I'm not with that shit. You not vibrating how you think you vibrating. Because there's women in polygamous relationships right now that they playing a role. They gonna act like they don't know. One thing about a sister, she can act like she don't know shit. So you don't know who this is. You ain't never heard of Trevon. Who? You ain't never heard of, okay. You gonna get the phone. This ain't Trevon. Who phone is that? Put your code in. I don't know my code. You put the code in. I know your code. I've been waiting on you to say that. You open the message. This ain't Trevon. That's what it say, but I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't you. That could be anybody's ass. That ain't your face. It looked like me. Do I have a twin? You know not to be falling for no AI tricks. You go to the room like a dumbass. Was it AI? This shit advanced in this day and time. One thing a sister can do is act like they don't know shit. They can act like they don't know they sharing somebody. They don't got shit to do with them at the end of the day. Matter of fact, I know women who will know a nigga cheat, like they'll catch a nigga in the act. Meaning they'll and they'll decide just for fun that they mad. Whole time they've been on what they've been on. They've been doing them. But they just want to fuck with the nigga and be mad at him because it's a sport at that time. You don't run women. You don't run women. How does she drop in frequency? Because you didn't have that shit on you like how you thought. It wasn't in you like how you thought. That when you approach her, she like, I want to be a part of your life. I want to be a part of the movement. You see everybody trying to do this polygamy thing, acting like they kings and they gods. Why niggas be stopping at like 2 wives? Niggas be on here posting, I got 2 ladies. That defeat the purpose of what polygamy was. Niggas don't know. Niggas had 100 wives, 300 wives. You are not him. You not him like you think. It had to be a reason. Like, why they need to be a part of what you got going on? When they get up closer and they realize you ain't got nothing going on. You with me? And women have their own brain, their own mind. So my purpose of saying all of this is you either gonna raise the sister up, put her on, or get the fuck away from her. Leave her alone. Women don't want to date you because you broke. That's those women who don't want to date you because you broke. You'll meet a woman who have more money than you. She'll put you in a position to win. It'll never leave you. She'll marry you. Y'all be good, have children. Life will be great. But you'll see that one, and she ain't all on Instagram shaking ass. She don't have the craziest physique that you seen on Pornhub, and you look over her. She really fuck with you. She really for you. But Niggas is trying to find love on the Miami Strip, and I don't get it. And then to make a podcast when they can't find love on the Miami Strip. There's nothing wrong with the women. The women are doing what women do. The problem is men are trying to be women. You don't see that? It's because men are trying to be women. We got so many issues in our community. You know what I'm saying? So you don't call them bitch. That's not your thing. You don't cuss them out all in public, embarrassing them. You don't put your hands on them. You don't do none of that. And watch shit change in your communities. I'm not mad at the sister to go out and get a Caucasoid. I'm not mad at her. Because you got to show me, in this day and time especially, where the men are standing up to even have a community that support not just the sister. If she decide to have children, all of that. Now, I'm not encouraging nobody to do anything. Not that I care. But I'm not mad at the sisters who decide that. They live whatever they life they want to live. I'm not mad at the sisters like, yo, I need some money. Because they start realizing so many niggas on so much bullshit. They're like, fuck it. We know what it's going to boil down to anyway. So I need the money first. I need the money. I'm not mad at it. When you start realizing you can't fight water and win. You ever tried to beat a swimming pool ass? Y'all ever seen somebody win fighting a swimming pool water? Like imagine hopping in the middle of a swimming pool, right? And trying to like beat its ass. Not only you gonna tire yourself out, when you tire yourself out, remember you in the middle of the swimming pool. We'll see you. And that's what my aunt does. We'll see you. All right. I can only tell you what I can tell you. I can only learn you what I can learn you. It's only what I've been told, only what I done learned. I hope y'all can hear me. Nigga be trying to choke the water, DDT, all that. And you know what's so crazy? You know these ain't your homeboys. They cheering you on. Beat his ass! You start realizing they ain't even cheering you on no more. Drown them. Say what? Tidal wave them. Whirlpool his ass. Like, nah, hold on. Y'all niggas ain't my friends. Hold on. Shit. I ain't fighting the water. We are not winning against no women anyway. That's the dumbest shit we could ever do. Niggas say it's a gender war. Nigga, it was a gender side. Niggas don't understand. The more you argued with those women, the more you became them. Niggas just in the middle of the like you literally can see the transformation while you watching one of the podcasts. The nigga talking, all of a sudden you see him put his hands up. It was just painted. Nails freshly done, cut, acrylic. He said, what the hell happened to this nigga? Niggas ain't even noticed it was happening. They get up, go get some water, come back, full-blown lace front. It just started happening. The more they argue, I said, that nigga ain't even no nigga no more. I'm just listening to the woman side now. Bro, we witnessed a gender side. Whoever thinks there was a gender war for real, you just don't know. Niggas lost. And they what's so crazy, you know, like, the one who lose keep talking after they get their ass beat, right? Y'all know this is just niggas talking now. It's just the Marlon niggas. The women been stopped talking, right? Because they already beat y'all ass, popped they shit, and went home. They hopped in the car. But don't you know, niggas don't get dressed to fight. Niggas don't really prepare. Niggas come up out the clothes. We take the shirt off. We get in the street. We get involved. Women put on Vaseline. You know what I mean? Sneakers. they more prepared to war, bro. The most vicious warriors in history were women. They were so vicious in history that niggas was like, don't even tell that part. Just say it's his story, nigga. Don't tell hers. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to tell the nice part of Harriet Tubman shit. They didn't say she would take a nigga's dome clean off. You always heard about some nigga that they were talking shit. Harriet put one in them. Why the fuck she gotta be leading? Pow! Anybody else? No, you Harriet Tubman for life. That's your story. We gonna tell it to our children. The fuck she got going on? Nigga, she a woman, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Shit. Kunta would have put up that shit. Why the fuck he gotta be leading? Nigga, cause I want to fucking lead. Them nigga would have been arguing and shit. She ain't had no time to talk. Shit, you know she crazy because the gun was louder than him. She's like, shh. She said, nigga, shh. She told everybody else, shh. Niggas like, mm-hmm. She got tired of that shit. You know she was crazy. The gun was louder than the shush, nigga. She said, shh. Anybody else want to make noise? Other than you? Nobody. We're good. It's amazing, man. Shit. Hey, y'all think I should do stand-up? I'm finna just become a comedian. Fuck that. I'm just finna do stand-up. Shit. I'm on women's side. And being on women's side don't make you no less of a man. Y'all don't get it. You don't get the formula. I'm on their side. Shit. They know more about this shit than we do. These beings, these creatures are telepathic. They don't even want to tell y'all that. That's what's so crazy, right? They might get mad at me for letting you know. That's one of their secrets. They're actually telepathic. Now, niggas like, no, because then why they gotta ask us this and why they... Right. That don't make sense. Do it. They can already read your fucking mind. But then they go as far as allowing you to think you make decisions. They go as far as allowing you to think you running some shit. They will allow you to think you lied to them. That is a dangerous weapon of a creation. We don't know what these beings are. They run everything. The best thing we can do, niggas, until we figure this shit out is comply. Be on their side until we figure out what this is. Because they know more about this than us. They call this shit Mother Nature. The daddy was like, huh? What I got to do with this? They ignore the shit out of his ass. Gab don't get no more sunlight. They like, shit, nigga, it's Mother Nature now. Whatever Gab did, they said, fuck that. We run this. Mother Nature. The whole nature is women. Nigga, we nature. Yeah, then you find out, oh yeah, we started off as women. Bro, what the fuck? So we just like makeshift women? Yeah, they made us to shift shit. We was created to live shit they couldn't live. Man, get the fuck out of here. Ain't no way we domesticated women. All right, never mind. I ain't saying shit. No way, bro. So you mean to tell me we started off with double X chromosomes? Yeah, and the woman has to operate from one X just so we can exist with them. What? So they not even operating with both their chromosomes? Nope. Nigga, we ain't figured out this half. The more you find out about women, the more you find out about yourself, and the more you find out that yourself ain't found out because you ain't found out about women, the more you find out about women. Don't worry about it. Don't even try to solve it, nigga. I don't even know what I said, but that's why. That's why. Yep, that's why. Just that's why. Shit, I'm on their side. So as soon as I see niggas coming out and start disrespecting women, got women on it, I know it ain't gonna be long. You call the women bitches and trying to tear them down, and you claiming you got. Oh, I know it ain't gonna be long. My eye coming for your ass. I just be knowing. I'm like, oh, here it come. Then sure enough, it be coming. Motherfucker be like, it's the government. Okay, you're right. It is the government. It's the real justice system. You know what I mean? It ain't always no damn federal agents and setups. Sometimes, especially with the communities like these out here, oftentimes these motherfuckers violate it and didn't understand that they violated. Violating your divine code, they ain't gonna let you slide. You know what I'm saying? Any questions before we get up out of here? I got work to do. The show will be on January 1st. So if you got your ticket, the link, the live link will be sent to you. What I tell everybody to do, because I already got all y'all listed, I did my best to make sure everybody there. If you sent 25 this month or even last month, or it cut out for a second, I'm sure say y'all again. If you sent $25 for your ticket, DM me or DM Asia the what do you call it? The screenshot, so we can make sure you're accounted for. Because I already got the list, but I want to make sure I ain't miss nobody. Now, if you want to view the show and you haven't sent it, I'm gonna show you where you can right now. Now we done sold a lot of tickets, so I'm grateful to y'all. It'll be a live stream, okay? I mean, this is my first performance live that can be streamed and y'all can watch. Other shows I did, I put stuff together and, you know what I mean, did the 3D backgrounds and made my stages and all that. And those were fun too. This, you're going to really be able to see me in the element of performance, stuff like that. You know what I mean? You'll be able to see other people. We got people coming on to perform, all of that. So it's going to be a good time. I think the performance will be, what did we say? Somebody tell me if one of y'all on here. Matter of fact, don't do that. Don't do that. I think the performance will be somewhere around like 7 to 9. I think it is from 7 to 9, right? Or from 8 to 9, one of them. It might be from 8 to 9. Either way, I think it's about an hour show. It might go over a little longer, but I think it's from 8 to 9. Either way, my literal goal for the time frame was be the leading up to the 9, because that's the year we're going into, the 9 year. That's the purpose. So it's on the 1st. It will be fun, enjoyable, enhancing, enriching. So y'all come in and enjoy that. So real quick, I should have said this, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. When you send your donation, make sure you send your email. All right? Not donation. When you send 25, make sure you send your email with it too. If you already sent it without your email, just request $1 from me. That way, when you can request it, you can put what it's for, and you can just put your email and say, forgot my email, put your email. Y'all understand how that works. This is Cash App. So for those of y'all who want to attend the show, it's called Live from the Holy Land because literally you're going to see, we built it up like Tom Ray, right? It's a very spiritual environment, all white affair. Those who know, you know. If you've been reading my books, this is what all of it was building up to. You know what I mean? This is a part of it, at least. And yeah, it's going to be Live from the Holy Land. That's the name of the show. So y'all go ahead and make sure y'all get y'all tickets, and I'll see y'all there. Again, if you already bought your ticket, go on your receipts, get your screenshot. All right? You can DM it. You don't have to do this because, you know what I mean? I already got a list of y'all. But just in case I miss somebody, all right, make sure y'all send in y'all screenshots to either my this month. They will be sent to you soon. All right. So everything will be in order. Thank y'all. Thank y'all to those who stream the music. You know what I mean? Y'all don't understand. Like, I'm able to really handle shit because y'all stream music, literally because y'all sit there and listen to my music and enjoy the experiences. Things are being able to be handled financially. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't really have to worry too much about doing fundraisers, things like that, because we can get it done. Thank y'all for those of you who support the books, those of you who support whether it's products. That's another thing, real quick. If you bought one of the hats, if you bought a Defy Gravity hat, DM me, okay? So I can explain to you what's going on with that, and you can let me know how you want to move forward, okay? Don't worry, it is no issue, no problem. Just DM me so I can make sure we're on the same page, because that shouldn't even have taken that long, but it was a production thing, and I make sure that people stay on top of that, all right? And also, there's a lot of things we were moving around too. We had to relocate, so we could talk about how you want to go about it. Either, you know what I'm saying, receiving something back or exchanging value, whatever. But message me, text me, and show me that you got that hat and it never came to you. If that was the case, and we'll get that right immediately. Other than that, shout out to everybody who done got the books. We done sold over 30,000 books. You have to understand, this is amazing, right? We done sold over 30,000 books. And these are books that I've written myself, okay? So if you do want the books, you see that cash out right there, Play for Change. You send any amount of money. It don't have to be 25. You send any amount of money with your email, and we'll make sure your books get to you. There'll be PDFs. There are 16 books so far, and I think the 17th one will be available coming into the new year. But that book it'll have a set price. I think that book will be $1,000. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not a game, because there were physical pieces of a manuscript that were written by myself on rugs that different people will be receiving. So if you want the digital copy, that's $1,000. If not, you will have to be in touch with one another to know what the whole story or the whole build is. But that's the first time I've done that. Other than that, the other books, if you want the 16 books that I have, even if you send $1, if you send $50, you send $100, you send whatever you want to send, all of it is to support what I'm doing anyway. That's supporting the studio time, music, all of that. Notice that somebody called Rashad Jamal is telling y'all that I want a music deal so bad. It also means he has not researched me for 3 seconds. Because how do you want a music deal? How do you want to be a part of the music industry? How do you want to sign with them, all the while saying fuck all of them? You talking about the labels, the artists, the Hollywood execs, the weirdos in Hollywood. You talking about, I remember Brother Polite was like, I've been waiting to do some Hollywood stuff for a long time. And then he got hit with some people like, I don't understand it. Did you not hear the nigga say he been waiting to do some Hollywood shit for a long time? Like, I don't understand. Certain things, again, you won't be able to say. Like, if you know what Hollywood is, there's no way you could say you've been waiting to do some Hollywood stuff, right? With a right, there's no way you have that in your right mind. If you're in your right mind to say something like that, unless there's a perversion in there somewhere. You can't even make if you know what Hollywood is, and you're not going to tell me Brother Polite. He's Brother Polite. You're not going to tell me he don't know what that is. I just don't know. He probably didn't think nobody was recording, right? Anyway, all right? They're telling y'all, I wanted to deal with these people. Then why, listen, same thing they say the sister Darshell was paid by the government. And if people are paid by the government, or if I'm a government plant, why do I do fundraisers? Why do I sell books? Why do I tell people, stream the music so we can make sure we get things done, and also put the music out to other people? You know what I mean? That's not true, but you're welcome to believe whatever you want to believe. The last person, now I'm not even gonna say the last person, because that would mean that this person is going to do it. That's another spell. Omari does not give a damn about money. He don't give a damn about who did this. I got a lot of celebrity friends. I know a lot of people, and they all know I don't give a damn. Some of them don't came to me with money to get me in on certain things, and I told them I don't give a damn. I'm not here for that. We could be cool. We can do that, but I'm not involved with what y'all got going on. People that came to me, offered me deals before. Okay, so then why did I not accept them if that's my thing? Why do you not see me riding around in Versace? Like Brother Polite. Why y'all don't see me in a convertible? Why don't y'all see me styling like all these other people styling? You mean a part of my image is to act like I don't have money? I'm putting all this energy into all this stuff. No, I'm not no rich person according to what they say riches is. You feel me saying? So again, you can believe it if you want to, but that's another one of his lies. Where would he even get that from? Oh, he wants a deal so bad. What deal? I have a literal song. You can go fact check me on this, right? This will be so interesting. There's a song I got. Let me see if I can pull this up. Because this is going to be so funny, right? I got a song called Fuck a Deal. Let me see. Phase 1. On my album I did called New World Order. Let me see if it pulls up. I'm about to help y'all in a second. Here I come. You see that right there? That's my album, New World Order. Let's see if he's telling the truth. This was in 2018. This because people was already offering deals. I literally said, fuck a deal. If you want to be literal, I said, fuck a deal. Because the X is right there. It's right there in 4K. Yet another lie from whoever this person, y'all claiming this guy or whatever. He don't know what he's talking about. Let's click on it. Let's investigate. This was with me and somebody else who went to school with me. His name was Faise. Oh, yeah. Fat one, what's going on, bro? Man, what the fuck going on, man? It's Mr. SWAVE. Hey, the Zero Global. Where's the volume? Hashtag on it. Pull up on them on some big well. I'ma cut that motor when I hit there. Bet I push up on emotion, told them sit still. Never sold my soul, but I got rich still. Told these niggas I would go. I'ma cut that motor when I hit there. Bet I push up on emotion, told them sit still. Never sold my soul, but I got rich still. Fact, that won't understand the deal. We can never sign with them. For they whole label, no advance from the sound of shit. We don't got no care. Man, shit. And then we gon' find them. If I can't, that nigga, I'm bad, nigga, that's your ass. Got me, I kept it a thou. But what's wet when I stepped on the ground? I need to buy low to the bottom, bro, but it ain't shit to me now. I said light show from the hype, bro, nigga can't stick to me now. I don't give a fuck, y'all don't give me love, that shit can't get to me now. They took me through hell and I'm the only one who cares. They ain't even wish me well, but I got that water out the air. You came up on some cloud, nigga, I go hard to cut that air. Now these niggas wanna sign, fuck the label, I need all of mine. I'm busting for real and I'm flipping the industry. Fuck your little deal, I need bigger percentage. Up on the hill and I'm building my energy. Couple of killers, they really defending me. How about the mother shit? Screaming fuck a drip, nigga, I'm on some other shit. These niggas know not to play though, he thinking he able, I do what his brother did. I'm shutting shit down like Trump, I'm about to boot up the covenant. They don't wanna prove how I'm up in the bit with Republican, nigga, fuck you in the government. I just told my niggas suave, fuck a deal, we got it. Once I know I really got it, I'm rebuild a project. Pull up on them on some big well. So this when I was 19. What the hell did he talking about? Niggas was, oh, you want a deal? I literally said, fuck a deal. I'm the one who started that, oh, fuck the industry shit. Like, really got niggas out here saying that, and they don't believe it. They just want a deal. He might be talking about some other niggas, because, like, soon as it like that for real. He right on that side of it. Like, niggas do be doing that. Like, they be like, oh, fuck the industry. I'm independent. I'm going to do it by myself. Soon as they put some money in front of them, ooh, niggas switch up. He like, oh, never mind. Never mind, twin. Let me go ahead and get that. Thank you. Hey, I got some money, y'all. I got some money. I don't give a fuck about that. I told the people, I said, I'm signed to the people. I said, y'all help me. You know what I mean? If I get an advance, it's going to be because I did a fundraiser. You know what I mean? We done did that a few times. We raised 12,000. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Boom. Okay. That's my advance. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I can with it. We raised 5,000. We raised 4,000. We raised 3,000. We raised 9,000. We raised 10,000. Whatever, 20,000. That's what I'm.
I got a free reading from Pocket.
Boy, the grind at the mill. I'm not mentioning no nigga, bro. That shit got what? 5,000, 500,000, 600,000 streams. I don't know. I gotta check that shit again. But I'll fact check myself. These niggas don't know what they're talking about. I'll really pop it and be telling the truth on you. Like, you just running your mouth. Let's see what's going on. Because on YouTube, I don't know how many is on YouTube, but I know on Spotify, all that, but that shit is hundreds of thousands of streams. And not just that. Other song like Source got like 500,000. You know what I'm saying? I ain't dissing none of these niggas. Let's see. They ain't finna have me looking crazy. I just trying down me from deal to big one. Never would've thought I had the ball without you. Middle of summer, I'm feeling away. Grind at the mill till they whip me away. Train this song like a million times. Put it on loop and just let it ride, ride, ride. Grind at the mill till they bye, bye, bye. Meet me at the crossroad, me in the bloodline. Bulletproof man, headshot insufficient. Nigga throwing up gang sign, no petition. Listen, nigga, they remain blind, better listen. Most deaf nigga better smell what I'm kicking. Y'all seen they tryna run up them digits. Y'all hear the noise when I come through. Sure hitting double helix, yeah, I'm too him. They ain't finna have me looking crazy. How to turn down me from deal to big one. Never would've thought I had the ball without you. The middle of summer, I'm feeling away. Grind at the mill till they whip me away. Screen this song like a million times. Put it on loop and just let it ride, ride, ride. I need you to slide for me. Gotta run up these vibes for me. If you're not sure, then try for me. If you wanna see me win, wanna see real rap come back again, what we on. All you gotta do is just loop this song. And when you go to sleep, you can leave it bitch on. Just let it play, you ain't gotta be home. Home. Huh? They ain't finna have me looking silly. I done turned down me some deal to big one. Never would've thought I had the ball without you. The middle of summer, I'm feeling away. Grind at the mill so they whip me away. Screen this song like a million times. Put it on loop and just let it ride, ride, ride. Grind at the mill till it bye, bye, bye. Till it bye, bye, bye. Till it bye, bye, bye. I'ma grind at the mill till it, hey, I want you to put it on loop and just let it ride, ride, ride. Grind at the mill till it bye, bye, bye. Grind at the mill till it, grind at the mill till it, get the mill till it, to the mill till it, bye, bye, bye. They ain't finna have me looking crazy. Grind at the mill till it, bye, bye, bye. They ain't finna have me looking crazy. Grind at the mill till it, ride, ride, ride. When you ain't finna have me looking crazy. Grind at the mill till it, ride, ride, ride. They ain't finna have me looking crazy. Ride, ride, ride. So, that's why I love this, bro. Like, huh? And that's a whole nother style. Remember, I only do one style, by the way, according to him. Did 19,000 views, what, 2 years ago? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, Phase 1. Ever wanna live, ever wanna fly, ever wanna see the other side of the sky, ever wanna true live a lie, cause it seems like death is when guys die, so why try? Which one am I? Can you decide? As if it was up to you, and which is not? Nigga wanna substitute, but we know what to do with this spot. Really won't, no man, overstand. My mission, too big, ever since a little kid, my mama knew this. Hard-headed, I try to deny, sometimes I ain't wanna do this, but my soul is too big, too loaded, too quick. It wouldn't start that day, knowing I could be the rich nigga out of my city is all and brought it this way. But I wasn't sorry to say that I struggled. That shit was a blessing. I'd rather be dope with a goal in my mission than let these labels take control of my essence. Come on. I'm stepping with loaded weapons, no more medicine. Battle my own depression, no one let us in. We were standing out in the blizzard, but look at my family standing. And the worst thing that you ever could do is sleep on a nigga who better than you. Cause when he finally get ahead of you, you go from having a seat to a stepping stool. Never thought the road that we was indebted to would ever lead me to step on you. I thought that we was inseparable, but that was me. It was never you. See what you never knew was when them demons was telling you to leave me. We wasn't from the drip, but instead of you keeping your feet on the pedal, the devil you letting your head got the speaker. Ever wanna live? Ever wanna fly? Ever wanna see the other side of the sky? Ever wanna fuck, truth, live a lie? Cause it seem like there's many guys die, so I try. Which one am I? Can you decide? If it was up to you and which is I. Nigga wanna substitute, but we know what to do with this spot. Really won't no man overstand my mission too big. Yeah. Ever since a little kid, well, young brother, look at these songs. I don't get my motion off of this shit. My motion comes from the fact that people feel me. I don't gotta talk about you, little boy. Get you the audio. Yeah. And I know just what it feels like. The world up on your shoulders, young. All the lonely nights and tears cry. Don't give up, you're too close to that moment. Yeah, I've been there where you are, young brother. You're going to get through it. I know you can do it. She cheated on you, broke your heart now. You wanna go and be a player. Bills on the table, it get hard now. Struggle to turn you to a robber. Come on now. I didn't always make the good choice. I did some dirt on my own. I know I was wrong. But the reward is in the righteous words. Hope you can understand these words, but if you don't, it's easy to get on the street. That fat money gonna be a breeze. But I got a brother doing 20 years trying to look out for the AC. I know that 9 to 5 was set up by the man, believe you me. Rent $2,400, they paying like $300 a week. And so they know we selling weed. They know we moving product. They know we gonna be cracking car, couple $1,000. We been trying to move legit, but mama's starving without father. Gotta be the man of the house and try to play like that don't bother us. But hey. I know just what it feels like. The world up on your shoulders. This shit's so powerful, you get what I'm saying? All the lonely nights and tears cry. Don't give up, get too close to that moment. Yeah. I've been there where you are, young brother. You're going to get through it. I know you can do it. You see your mama in the dark now. You wanna go and be a savior. Come on. You hit that lick, you facing bars now. She would rather you pick that job up. Come on now. Yeah, I didn't always hear the good voice. I did some work of my own. I know I was wrong. Your generation gon' survive the curse. I'm speaking over you. These words receive. Tell me if this sound like an agent to y'all. Tell me this sound like a government agent. What I'm about to say to the young brothers. Didn't always hear the good voice. I did some work of my own. I know I was wrong. Your generation gon' survive the curse. I'm speaking over you. These words receive them all. Yeah, you gon' make it past 23. Yeah, you gon' be richer than Jay-Z. Yeah, not in prison, you gon' be free. You gon' make it up out the hood. Come back and turn your hood to something good. You gon' graduate from school and get a full ride. You gon' meet a faithful sister who gon' do or die. I can't wait to meet y'all sons, pull them to the side and look them in their eyes like, I know just what it feels like. The world up on your shoulders, young. All the lonely nights and tears cry. Don't give up, you're too close to that moment. Yeah, I've been there where you are, young brother. You're going to get through it. I know you can do it. We probably got time for one more, y'all. My shit finna die. I know you can do it. You gonna be richer than Jay-Z. Yeah. Not in prison, you're gonna be free. You gonna make it up out the hood. Hold up, yeah, not crazy.
Yeah, previously in the course is Kanye West.
Hold up, yeah, not crazy.
One of the most famous and influential artists in the world.
Hold up, yeah, not crazy.
There was a path to
Yeah, but the world, nigga, is crazy. But the world's like quiet about these babies. The world's like they don't see what they see, like the position we in. Come on.
Yeah, I say out loud, I stand with ye, then they gon' try to cancel Faise. In the face of fact that it's still a choice to let that man enslave him. But hey, bro, hand me my acres. Fuck your emancipation. They been trying to play like they hooked us up, but the strands is fading day by day. But look, keep me your brain.
This sound like an agent, y'all. This sound like a government agent.
Like I'm laminating, but the documents damage, racing the clock. This is your granddaddy land, they taking DEFCON level 0. Matriarch, plan the nation. Mama, the reason I am a Mason. Couldn't wait for no man to raise them. Just look at my mannerisms. I'm so supreme. Before want me to lead like I'm Martin on Poster Dream. And I see the celebrities they told to bring no focus in on the court like Jehovah's King. And if you know the meaning, yeah. They don't want to admit that we the chosen, those are demons. Yeah, I picked up on the lingo with people who know be speaking, yeah. But I guess if I'm able to peep the code, I'm overthinking, yeah. We are too far from home, can we be honest? Trump tried to blow the trumpet on it, we ain't want it. They weaponized that DEFCON shit like that shit was something. But if you ain't understand what it meant, why the fuck you coming? The white lie matter shirt made niggas form armies. Like damn, niggas is just where the fuck was y'all when all these niggas made songs about killing babies and mommies? And I ain't heard no Black Lives Matter since 2020. Guess bodies gotta go viral for folks to give a damn. Niggas only post a clip on their own or on the phone for Instagram. We go to war against each other for opposing opinions, fam. Interviews get deleted and bleeding. Them niggas careful, should I drink to that? And if I get drunk, just let the stories hit you. Notice they always call you crazy when it's the Lord that sent you prophets in their own town. You know the rest, but even if them prophets get to going down, you know you blessed to see the world's like, nigga, it's crazy. The world's like, quiet about these babies. The world's like, see what, yeah, you see like the condition we in. Like, is you listening when? He told her they took away niggas' identity. Told me and Coochie could take, but if you couldn't say you were you, cause you made it an image and lineage, prove that you ain't even new to the way they remove any pages for history that are like you in the face. When you blue in the face, you can say you were you, but the paper say it isn't truthful to say that you anything. So you in the loop with the play, but you finna be when niggas get approved, then we taking the energy we using to boost this state. It's a remedy, we caught that fluke and it made a new enemy. Dr. Who finna play shit enemy? I don't choose to be made no BDPIG. Who can relate no snooze in the wake? I'm too finna break your rules. Got both blues in the race. I'm rooting for gay bro. Do me a favor, don't lose. Good shit not rooted in hate, but a niggas get not too smooth to debate no Jews. And I'm not finna let nobody indoctrinate your youth and erase your rules. But if that's not you, then okay, can you move out of the way so the true niggas may come through? And you know we got Lewis, he taking the fruit of the nation and proving today with our crew. I hear the fruit by the way from the roof, and I pray that I'm grooming and say that I do. Cause we don't got too many days till Lucifer take this stage with a deja vu. Cause I knew how they played out too. It's a rude as awakening, dude, finna take y'all through. They shot a movie and placed all the blueprint and all of the bloopers and they got loose. Yeah, they got a whole load of them. Why it's a problem and they not here? Nigga might not approve of the way that he choosing to say what he do, but okay, y'all who? Y'all ain't no boost to make y'all new generation a new. Can he save our youth? He can't. Shit, he can, but he won't. Ain't saying yeah, can't do no wrong shit. He a man of his own. Just on that same shit. White and family be on. So all my niggas in the struggle around the planet. Be strong. But hold up. Hey.
Shit is insane. I just blew my own. I hate this shit. I shot the music video in my room on a cell phone to edit that shit on InShot. Shit, nigga. What is you talking about, nigga? Fuck you talking about, nigga? Fuck it, running. Fuck you talking about, nigga? You understand how deep this shit is right here? Air Black history. I'm not dissing no rappers.
Fuck Black history. You know Black history. This ain't Black history that you'll see. They don't know about me. You don't know about me. They gon' know about me. You gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave. I was born to slide. I am not afraid. I'm about a K. Oh yeah, free to God. They went out of state. I'm a child of God. I do not belong to the United States. For Black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, I mean school, graduated at the top of my class. You never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that a movie? I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels from. When I pull up, they pee how the roof from. We some dog killers, won't chew bones. Know we all spit 'em, we supreme. Somewhere I read it.